With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 19 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Shazbin 9 and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Once kicked off across the board with charge to what because his code can be ignored, just how much DSP makes us feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machinist, snorting, burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if battery fun is shy or scan to see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending different bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of call his cat and party life and all his strife of forgetting that it's unwell and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act, that is a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Teaches nearly over and a win is in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not white. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for today, Saturday, the 21st of January 2023. I do hope you're all doing well indeed. First things first, I did tell everyone that if MLG Coconut did not come forward and claim the bingo prize, I would put it towards Jasper's Angels, and that is precisely what's happened. I did it the other day, basically just during Friday, I just decided, you know what, this is going to be peace. This is going to Jasper's Angels, and so there you go. There's confirmation of the contribution for the bingo prize winnings going to Jasper's Angels, unclaimed bingo prize. Whoever MLG Coconut was, this is where it went. So there we go, indeed. So that's that out of the way. Phil has a brand new YouTube snort he just uploaded. It's no that fucking good. Here it is. Oh, hang on.
Let's see if I can unload this. Let's see what's through this door. Is there new enemies? Because I want to see if I can unload this metal. What the? You couldn't even see it. You couldn't even see it. Wow. You couldn't even see it coming. Wow. Instant death.
So yeah, clearly that was not made by Phil. Someone else is making these for him now, and they basically just send them to Phil so he can upload it himself. And yeah, I wonder. Let me just check how well is this fucking attempted viral one. 5.7k views. Streamer shocked when Shy Cat speaks on stream. Phil was fucking desperate for us to fucking take off and hit the goddamn algorithm. But 5.7k views. Is that all, Phil? Jesus Christ, man. Anyway. Phil's live, as you can see, he's at 526 members. He must have got another member bomb. Did Phil get a member bomb yesterday that I'm unaware of? The tracker has not been updated for this information, so I don't know what's going on. And I missed yesterday as well. And yeah, and the stream title was like, let's chill on the podcast and finish Alabasta on, One Piece. So there we go. But I don't know what's going on. So as I said, I missed yesterday. I had a wee day off yesterday from the bingo shenanigans. I had a great wee night away. It was pretty good. The hotel was beautiful. It was a wonderful wee hotel. And the dinner there. So it was a wee package kind of thing. It was like I went and bought the thing back on the Black Friday deals back fucking last year. It was cheaper than it normally would have been. So I capitalised on that and I booked. I booked a wee package thing. So yeah, it was like 3-course dinner. You stay the night as well, obviously, and you get a full breakfast in the morning, and for a far better price than usually it would have been. And it was a very, very nice everything. I mean, I can't really fault anything, you know. The bed was extremely comfortable in the room. You know, the food was fantastic. So yeah, it was a brilliant stay. If I get another deal like that again, I'm definitely going back for sure, because that was a great wee getaway for us. So yeah, had a great wee time away. But we're back for bingo shenanigans. So yeah, back to the good old bread and butter of of bingo. There's no escaping the bingo. So yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Let's spin the wheel and see what we're going to land on. Let's see what the criteria is for today's bingo card. Oh, that's a tough one, maybe. That's a tough one. Phil to be given $15+ in tips at least is a criteria for today's bingo card. So let me search that on the... Here we go. I need a number. I need a number between 1 and 200. The first number in chat I see which contains a number 3 will be the card I pick for today's bingo shenanigans. Hines, get up you. You tried to get ahead of me. Conroy's the first one I saw in chat with a number 3 in it. He wanted card number 35. So we're going to the 35th bingo card, which is the 36th result. There we go. So, sorry, the 35th bingo card, which has $15+ in tips as a part of it. So the bingo card we're going to use for today's bingo is the one on the right hand side here. Phil doing hand graphs, him doing food talk, him saying hate to say, shocked, and people saying. Second row is Phil saying members, him touching his ear, him saying you see, monetize you, and dead air. The third row is Phil giving a thumbs up to the camera, disgusting, him snorting, him messing about with his phone and saying likes. The fourth row is Phil using hateful slurs, him saying business, him getting at least $15+ in tips, and that's also for the podcast before recording for gameplay, him laughing, and him saying in fact. The final row is Phil saying good news, Phil ignoring a troll tip intentionally, him flailing his arms, him saying there you go, and him mocking his chat. That is today's bingo card we have got in store for us. And to be honest, there's a couple of tough ones on there, but at the same time, I think it's definitely possible. I can see a lot of them happening, so yeah, I'm not too disheartened about this. We'll have to see what happens, but Phil is somewhat surprising sometimes with things he says and does. Even though he's quite predictable, he does surprise us sometimes with how predictable he can be. But let me just save the thing very quickly. Hines, that is correct, yeah. So, when Phil has now made an effort, a conscious effort, if he's going through his tips to kind of go through the contributions part near the end of his podcast, and if he has a troll tip, and he actually just says, I'm just going to ignore that, that's a troll tip, that's basically it, you know. So Phil, you know, openly admitting he's ignoring certain tips because our troll tips is how we get that ticked off on the board, which Phil does quite, it does quite regularly these days, I think, so there we go. So that's a card picked and that's everything sorted for that. That's great stuff, thank you very much. Phil's going to use a little boys room and then they're going to begin. Got another lighting change today, I think people like that. If I can go, got that to look forward to. I'm going to get the thing set up very quickly because Phil might start earlier than anticipated, who knows. So let me just get the card all properly set up. Give me a second, guys. And here we fucking go. You should be able to see the card hopefully on screen. You guys all know the drill by now when it comes to these bingo shenanigans. 25 snorts equals a free space for us. 10 burps is also a free space. If Phil gets 100 likes and blows bubbles before recording for gameplay, that is also a free space. If we get 100 likes on this stream, this bingo stream, that is also a free space. If Phil snorts 50 times, that's a secondary free space. If we have 20 burps, that's a secondary free space, and so on and so on, because those things double up in value. So yeah, if Phil's a very snorty, burpy guy today, then we have free spaces galore. So yeah, and this is a decent looking card, you know, it won't be easy for sure, but yeah, it's a solid looking card indeed. So anything else to cover? Train's asking, did I see Phil yell at Jade last night? I have seen nothing whatsoever from last night. I've not seen any clips, I've not seen any segments, I have seen bugger all from last night. So I have no idea what happened, Phil. All I know is that Phil had a good day stream where he hit all 3 goals, but in night stream he didn't even get glasses. So that's all I know. But sorry, that's the extent of my knowledge. But yeah. So as I said, I'm not sure what to expect with Phil today. There's no real hints on, you know, his Twitter. Like if we go to his Twitter very quickly, there's no real indication of what Phil's going to be like today. He says, Saturday's going to have a great day of streaming fun. First it's more One Piece Odyssey on the first stream, and hopefully we finish up Alabasta. Then it's more Warzone, and you know what that means. Bounty, suspense, fucking hell, bounties. You know what that means. Money. He makes sure if I mentions bounties for suspense and rage. A great rest of the week remains, so see you in the morning. For fuck's sake, Phil. Jesus Christ. But, yeah, as I said, Phil has made some good progress since I last saw him on the members, because he is now 526 members away. However, Phil is going to be very desperate to try and get as many members as possible between now and the 24th of January, because Phil is going to lose 43 members between the 23rd and the 24th, and he's going to lose 100 more between the 24th and the 25th. So, that should be fucking funny. Looking forward to that shit. So yeah, we got that to look forward to indeed. What was I thinking? 2 seconds. I had to mute my microphone there because I had to cough. What else is happening? That being said, have a fucking song contest. They're doing some sort of King of the Ring karaoke contest of sorts. I am a little bit addicted to it. I have made 2 fucking random tunes already. Oh, technically 3. I've made 3 random tunes for the thing already. You're only allowed 1 entry, but I cannot stop myself from making parody tunes. I'm not going to spoil them, or I'm not going to show them here. Anything I won't use for the thing, I'll probably just send to the show just to play randomly for any other thing. But yeah, it's I cannot stop myself making these parody tunes. I really can't. And yeah, it's just something. It's all good fun, obviously. You know what I mean? It's all about having a good fucking time, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you guys weren't aware of that, that being said, I'm doing a wee thing for it. So there we go. Oh, Train's posted a link. Just 2 seconds. To get this link, I need to go to my own bingo stream. I need to shut myself up, and then click on the link here.
Okay, everyone, we're heading into hour 2 here of Signalis.
Well, there's no timestamp for this. 4307's train says where it starts. I know the link you posted had a timestamp, but when I clicked on it, it just obviously reset. 4307 is where it starts.
Flashlight. You can't open the 8th floor, right? Jade, I said goodnight. Jade, have a good night, man. Are you guys... What is going on? Because some people are acting like I'm not responding to them. I'm absolutely responding to people. Jade, please have a good night. Sorry if you didn't see my message or hear me. Sonic SLM, thank you for the super chat.
Jesus fucking Christ, imagine being so fucking butthurt. I definitely said good night. What the fuck's wrong with you fucking guys? Jesus fucking Christ, man. That's...
Why does Phil always have to mention that there's a tip scroll on the stream? And why does he have to mention if it's a slow day?
Yeah. I think Phil's going to try and show off his YouTube snort on the podcast. And he completely just forwent studio mode on... Yeah. He ignores studio mode on OBS. If you go to studio mode and you mess about with the settings, they won't show on... Oh my god, for fuck's sake. This is Phil's job. This is his livelihood we're talking about here. And he still has not fucking got a clue how to fucking do his goddamn job properly. Fuck me, man. Anyway. Let's turn the music up and enjoy some Meerkat music while Phil is setting his stream up. And yeah, fingers crossed we get a full 25 out of 25 today. So one of you guys give him a prize for enduring this nonsense on the good old bingo. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. Enjoy the Meerkat music.
Pay my back taxes, pay my utilities, pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill, pay my utilities. Please tip me. I need tips tonight. I need to pay bills over the weekend. I appreciate those who contribute in any way, but please, if you can tip me, do that rather than these super chats and membership. I need that way more, okay? Now it is time. It's a segment that everyone looks forward to, one of the highest rated segments of all time that I've ever done. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time Phil's day off.
What's up, Piggy? Let's get it started.
Big ups to your cat.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on posing damn shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife cat. Give me money today. Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month. Garbage dump, grocery shopping, pay my taxes, pet store, pay my bills, blowing his money on mobile games, blowing his money on this and that. I'm spending all this money buying DoorDash for my business. I need to put disgusting food in the mouths of my family members. Obviously, I need tips. Yes, I spend money on mobile games. Okay? These are my life priorities. Pay my taxes.
It's my day off. Might leave the camera on and jerk off. It's my day off. Spend money on posing damn shit. It's my day off. Might go out with my bitch wife cat. Give me money today.
Obviously, I need tips.
Give me money today.
This is where my fucking money goes to every month.
Shout out to the trolls.
For those who contributed, thank you. It would be great if we get a few more tips. To make up earlier today, we did not hit the hat goal either. It's been a very slow day. It would be great if we could pick it up a little bit with maybe some contributions tonight with tips. If you can, just saying. You know, I know some people are super chatting or whatever. That helps long term, but right now I really can help. Tomorrow's my day off. The tips I'll have for my day off, you see?
Give me money today.
Act like that. Those toxic assholes don't give a shit about anyone else but themselves. They're selfish idiots who just want to get a laugh on someone else's behalf and don't care about the repercussions of their own actions. They think they're protected because they're all anonymous on the internet, right? So here I am with an actual business being destroyed by that toxic behavior. Big ups to your dad. Me. That's what this is all about and what it's always been. Me. I care about nothing in life. Me.
As you guys can see, Phil is about to begin the show now. He's got his dumbass intro playing. Guys, a quick reminder, tag me in the chat in case I miss anything on this card. I don't try and miss things on the card, it just happens sometimes because I am a stupid bastard. 25 snorts, free space, 10 bucks, free space, and if that doubles up, that's more free spaces. 100 likes for either stream is free spaces as well, so plenty of chances for free spaces. Hopefully Phil will be quite generous with his snorting and burping today. And yeah, 25 out of 25 means one of you guys can win a prize in chat, so good fucking luck guys. Here we fucking go. Let's get a weekend started with a W.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Level 1 podcast, where we are busy having fun down here. On Level 1, how is everyone today? Welcome, welcome. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Today is Saturday, the 21st of January, 2023. Welcome to the show. Now, I have an interesting change today on the streams, and I'm not going to say a word. I'm just going to wait, and I'm going to see who is the first person to detect the change that I have made to the stream. I'm going to wait and see, and if you think you know what it is, tag me in the stream chat, and let's see who can figure it out. By the way, Happy Lunar New Year. That is correct. Today is Chinese New Year. I believe it is the year of the cat. That is right. You know what's funny is I was going to put a clip of Jasper.
I'm trying to think what is a change. See, moved the lighting a little bit so it's like more at the door. Hold on. Where is his last crap? Like this fucking nonsense. And then spam it, fuck that shit.
Today, since we're playing Elder Scrolls 4
I don't know what a change is. What is a change? What is a change? If it's not a visual change, then it's a audio change of sorts. Maybe? I don't know. He's one day older. The black begging shirt. The ghost. What, you think he actually changed a set in the ghost? Who knows? Anyway, let's go.
I was actually going to put the clip that I put up the other day, the short of him meowing on stream. But then I realized, shoot, that's only on my on YouTube. I had it on my phone. I didn't have it on my local PC. So I actually could not get it on the stream in time. I would have had to like re-download it or make it as like a source in the thing. I just wanted to get the video on here. I didn't have it. I would have shown you Jasper. Sorry about that. Incidentally, Jasper will be here a lot this coming week. He's going to be here tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, dependent on if he wants to be here. As you know, Jasper, when he's allowed in the office, can basically free roam as much as he wants. And, you know, if he wants to be in here, he will. You'll probably see him jumping on the chair and acting silly, but he very well may not want to be in here. You know, it's his own choice. All right, so the first person to actually call out the change, correct, Jade, has tagged me and says, "The Ghost, you are absolutely correct." So you may notice something a little different about my Pac-Man Ghost light. The difference is the setting. Now, allow me to explain. We got this Pac-Man Ghost many months ago. I want to say it was like either September or October of last year. In fact, my wife bought it for me, which was very nice of her. And I wanted to add it to my setup. At the time, I wasn't using my current setup. I was using my old webcam and all the old stuff. And this Pac-Man Ghost did not look good on camera, admittedly. It basically was so washed out, you couldn't even see color in the Pac-Man Ghost. It was just white. It just looked pure white. Okay? And so, excuse me. And so, what ended up happening was, I turned it on a setting that blinks constantly. Because at least if it was blinking, you could see it was going dark, bright, dark, bright. At least you could see something when it came to the Ghost, right? And what that setting is it actually reacts to sound. So if I sit here and I say nothing, it won't blink that much. It'll maybe blink like once a second. But if I talk a lot, it'll change colors actively between all the different colors that it can change. So, here's the thing. The reason I had that on again is because the old setup, the old lighting, the old camera wouldn't pick it up properly. Well, guess what? We changed all that. In the last few months, I've got an upgraded camera. We've now got upgraded lighting. And as you can see, man, that Ghost picks up so much better now in the current setup. So I was thinking about this. I was like, wait a minute. I turn on this lamp every day, but I keep turning it on the old setting that I had because it didn't pick up well. I wonder what would happen if I just turn it on the mode where it cycles through all of its colors. I started looking. I'm like, it's good. Like, look, it's white. Now it's like a sky blue, right? I believe it goes dark blue, purple, green, red. I think the only colors it doesn't do is like orange and yellow. It does like everything else. Look, purple, like pinkish purple. That's supposed to be Pinky, the Ghost Pinky from Pac-Man. Remember, isn't it Pinky, Inky? It's Pinky, Inky, Clyde. I forget the last one. There's three that sound like Inky. They end in Inky, right? Pinky, Inky, Winky, Tinky, Stinky, and Clyde. I can't remember the third name. But anyway, is it Blinky? Is it Blinky? It might be Blinky. I think you're right. Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde. So it has all four of those colors, which is nice. So from now on, I don't see the reason why not leave it on this setting. And it cycles through the colors nicely, right? And now it looks bright. I mean, yes, it looks white sometimes, but also it has all these nice solid colors. Look at that. I love that beautiful sky blue, right? And my camera actually picks it up now with the new lighting. So, and it is slower rotation as well. So it's not as distracting. With the old setting, it was changing constantly. But now, it actually will just be like a slow gradient, which shouldn't be as distracting, which is pretty cool, right? All right, before we begin, allow me to turn on my fan because it is feeling a little bit like stagnant and stuffy in here. I do have my window open, but I want to get some air circulation in here. There we go. All right. So, welcome to the weekend, everyone. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope your weekend is going well so far. Mine's going pretty good. Let's do a quick follow-up. Now, as you know, yesterday, I opened this very show with an entire 35-minute segment about the Arturo Sanchez and FGC, Fighting Game Community, situation.
Well, I guess I missed that then. Thank Christ.
I gave everyone a huge update that honestly was a pretty positive update. In regards to the situation where Arturo was able to defend himself, and it looks like he's getting his name cleared slowly but surely. All right? That literally has nothing much to do at all with me or my content, but being that it does relate to me. I know Arturo, I've been part of the FGC, I wanted to do a segment on it. So, just so you guys know, that segment has absolutely blown up. It's gotten hundreds of thousands of views. The fighting game community is pissed at me for slamming them the way that I did. Yeah, right. No one...
Prophet's saying that Phil made it all up. Someone trolled him hard and he got caught. As I said, I missed everything yesterday, so I wasn't sure what was happening. Like, I don't know. Did someone actually fucking manage to trick Phil into, like, talking a whole load of something about nothing? Jesus Christ, man. Tomion says the segment that started off as Arturo was queen to let me tell my story and ended as we don't know if Arturo is queen or not. Jesus fucking Christ. And yeah, a reminder, like, the podcast did get any better views than usual. Phil's podcast from yesterday, 775 views. It is the most viewed video that Phil uploaded yesterday, but by no means is it gone viral.
Cares. This is the thing. It was funny because when I was doing this segment yesterday, a lot of people were like, oh no, this is going to cause drama. This is going to... No one cares. No one cares about me because I've, for the last decade, did my best to step outside of the FGC on purpose. Yeah,
right. So, Train says he's uploaded the whole clip to his channel if you want to watch it. Maybe later on. Prophet says Lord Thunder debunked it all. Fucking, that's a great fucking name for somebody. Lord Thunder debunked it all. Someone showed screen caps of SMS, messages between Arturo and some random person, but it turned out to be fake. So Phil bought into the fucking fake shite and ran with it as a true story. Way to fucking verify our information before we run with it, Phil. He has a go at other fucking people, other fucking outlets for fucking, declaring things without verifying information. He has a go at other content creators for running about things, no, these detractors claim things and everyone else believes them without vetting it with me. Phil doesn't do any goddamn research himself whatsoever. He sees something, he believes it automatically to be fucking true, he runs his goddamn mouth off, spouting it to his audience of 200,000 subscribers, and it's like, yeah, there's double standards there. There's massive double standards there with Phil. There really is. If he's going to bitch and whine about people not fucking verifying information and running it by him for his, shit about him, he has to do it likewise. It's one of those things where you can't just fucking bitch and whine about something and then come out in that very same act yourself. It just makes you a massive fucking hypocrite, Phil.
I didn't want to be involved with them and their drama. All that toxic stuff that I was seeing going on over there over the years. I was like, as soon as I saw Street Fighter 4 start to become very popular, and then Marvel vs. Capcom 3 started to become popular, and all of a sudden, you start seeing money getting thrown towards the FGC. Sponsorships, gaming teams, and all of a sudden, everyone's in it for clout, and everyone's going at each other's throats, and as soon as I saw that, I said, I'm out.
Fuck the fuck off, Phil. That is not why you're fucking out. You were out because you were fucking shite at these fucking games. Your fucking one claim to fame is playing fucking Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo or some pish, and that was the one fucking good game you're able to fucking play. The newer games fucking came out, you weren't able to fucking hang with the big boys, you fucking fell behind in fucking, ability and popularity, and you fucking got the fuck out of there before you're fucking shown up to be a fucking has-been. That never really was.
I want nothing to do with this. I'm going to do my own thing on YouTube. I'm going to be a variety content creator. I want to completely distance myself from the competitive community. And I am very glad that I did. I really am, because yikes, with the stuff that's been going on in the last decade, and I talk about it every once in a while from time to time, but as you know, I don't really want to involve myself in other people's shit. I got enough of my own shit going on, right? Why do I want to involve myself in other people's nonsense? So, every once in a while, if there's something I want to touch upon, like that situation, I will. I mean, this is a podcast where I talk about a variety of topics, but rest assured, it's not going to be something we do every single day. Fair enough? I hope that's good for everyone. They're like, okay, good, he talked about it, but now it's done. Yeah, if there's an update, like if there's another update that comes up, I'll cover it again, but at this point, that was kind of an oddity, right? How often do I open my show with a half an hour segment that has absolutely nothing to do with my normal show? Anyway, rest assured, outside of the FGC, my usual detractor idiots went ahead and completely did some stupid things like Phil goes on an hour-long rant about why Arturo Sanchez wouldn't appear on his show.
Way to ignore the detractors, guys. Phil claims he doesn't pay attention to us and ignores it all. Not fucking. No, he's paying close fucking attention every single fucking day. He pays extreme close attention.
Did you watch the show? That's what it was about, huh? First of all, it was 35 minutes, not an hour. And it was about the whole situation. What did it have to do? Was that even the subject matter of what I was talking about? At all? It was just funny because, you know, I uploaded the video yesterday. And I was curious, has anyone else been talking about the subject on YouTube? So I searched for Arturo Sanchez. And up comes all these videos, including my own from yesterday. And including my own from like 2-3 weeks ago. And then the detractor who literally just ripped 10 selective minutes of my podcast yesterday and thinks that it's a transformative work because they put microphones in front of me, which isn't a transformative work at all. You literally aren't adding any commentary or criticism. You're just ripping my content straight. It's illegal. You can't do that. But as you guys know, I don't go after anyone on YouTube. So
No fucking shit, you fucking send off your fucking little guard dog to attack these fucking channels, Phil. Prophet's saying that Phil literally stated he offered to bring Arturo on the podcast. So that's why Doody had that fucking title, and I imagine this is a Doody video Phil's talking about, because people kept saying Doody. So, as I have not seen any detractor stuff from yesterday at all, never mind Phil stuff, so I am very oblivious to most of what happened yesterday. So I'm kind of learning the fly here.
They get away with it. But it was just funny because it's just the usual nonsense. I don't look for it. It just pops up in my feed. It's like, yes, so you took a 35-minute in-depth discussion of the situation covering all the sides of it, and you turned it into a 10-minute highlight, and you're trying to say that the entire reason I did it was because I was mad Arturo wouldn't come on my podcast. How many guests have I had on my podcast exactly? What are you talking about? Again, it's just stupidity. So anyway, it is what it is. No more talk about that for now unless there's a new development. Okay? Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. How are you doing? Again, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good weekend. I'm excited for today. Today should be a good day, back to normal. A full day of gameplay streaming, a good variety of gameplay for you today. First of all, here on the Level 1 podcast, today I don't have that much to talk about. I do have one gaming news story that's kind of interesting that we'll touch upon. Obviously, we got the new light, which I like, but also, we're going to talk briefly about what you guys think about YouTube Shorts. I want to talk a little bit more about this in discussion here today because coming up, if you're not aware, coming up in February, all right, YouTube Shorts are going to become huge. Why? Because they're going to get monetized. That means that you're going to have content creators that are actively putting out an insane amount of YouTube Shorts just because they want to get that viral catch. You know, there's content creators out there. They upload videos, they get maybe 10,000 views, but then when they upload a YouTube short, it gets hundreds of thousands of views. So they're hoping to jump on that viral bandwagon.
You're one to fucking talk, Phil. You're a fucking salty, your fucking little cat video never fucking took off and hit the fucking YouTube algorithm. You're talking as if you're not fucking part of that crowd yourself, trying to chase that fucking clout. You goddamn fucking hypocrite. Don't fucking pretend you're not after that fucking clout yourself, Phil. Don't pretend you're not trying to fucking catch that fucking algorithm.
Popularity. Okay? For me, the way you guys have explained it to me, you like it when I highlight fun stuff from the streams, because if I do, that way you'll know something maybe you missed and you'll go check out something that you missed. My shorts don't go viral, nor am I intending for one of my YouTube shorts to go viral.
Fuck off. Nor am I intending. You fucking hope to God they go fucking viral. You wouldn't shut the fuck up about Sonic the Hedgehog fucking going randomly viral out of the fucking blue. You hope to goddamn God you fucking get a fucking viral hit one of these fucking days with us. You hope to fucking strike gold one of these fucking days.
Well, they're basically just here for my audience. It's another way to put out an additional video a day that maybe gets a little bit more of attention. And maybe if you didn't know I was doing something or you missed a funny moment, you'll catch it via a YouTube short. Okay? So, because of that, I've actually had some people express interest in making YouTube shorts for me. So what we'd like to do is highlight the moments that you think are funny, or if we particularly find things that we think are funny, and we'll make a short for you, and then you could use it on your channel. Okay? So just this week, okay, there's been a few that I've done. There was the Jasper Kitty Talks on Stream YouTube short that I put out on my day off on Wednesday. And then yesterday when I came back, I did a YouTube short of a funny moment during my Warzone stream from a couple days ago when I went to loot a safe, and I guess the guy had put a bomb on the safe, and it blew up in my face. And it was funny because it was completely unexpected. My reaction also is completely like, what the hell? So, in general, they're doing all right. Like the Jasper clip has over 5,000 views. That's awesome. That's more than any video I put out in like the last month. Seriously. So obviously that Jasper clip did better than my Game of the Year awards. Yeah, it did. My Game of the Year awards are currently sitting at the most disappointing Game of the Year countdown, 4,700 views. Game of the Year awards like 4,900 views. Hasn't even hit 5,000. All right, but the clip of Jasper that I put out a couple days ago has over 5,000 views. That's pretty funny, right? So that's neat. Obviously, it means that people are watching the shorts, and the shorts for some reason hit an algorithm, and more people see them. It gives exposure to the channel.
No, Phil, you just fucking said a minute ago that your YouTube shorts are not fucking meant to be going viral. You claimed that they're meant to be for your audience specifically only, as in some sort of additional content. So now you're just saying that your YouTube shorts are only for your audience, which means you're saying to us that your audience is ignoring your normal content you upload, but they seem to be paying specific attention to your YouTube shorts. Your logic and argument here makes no fucking sense, so you're fucking contradicting yourself here. Oh look, my YouTube shorts are getting attention, they're getting some popularity, but I make these solely for my audience, only my normal audience. I don't try and go viral. It's fuck off, Phil.
Well, that's cool, right? I'm happy about that. So if that means, hey, if we end up getting more attention on DSP Gaming because there's a short every day or every couple of days, then I'm all for it as long as it's something pertinent to what we're doing. I don't want to just arbitrarily be putting out a short every day for no reason or if there's nothing going on, okay? So in regards to the YouTube shorts, just think of it in this way. If the standard video I put out for a playthrough gets between anywhere from 300 to 1,000 views in one day, which that's the range usually. Usually within 24 hours, a video will get around 300 views, and then, you know, after that, it'll grow a little bit more over the course of a week to like 1,000. If I'm putting out a short a day, and those shorts are getting anywhere from like 1,000 to 5,000 views, that's pretty good. And what that's going to do is that's going to boost a lot of numbers. That's going to boost engagement. That's going to boost overall viewership. That's going to allow more eyes to see the channel, because when those shorts get more views, now they hit the algorithm. Because that's exactly what happened with my YouTube short of Sonic Frontiers from back in, what was it, November? I started playing Sonic Frontiers. I liked the game, but there were some funny moments. I made a couple YouTube shorts. One of them at most got 1,000 views, didn't really do that much. And then another one I did, which was the one where Sonic had a Chaos Emerald stolen by a robot. At first, again, maybe had 1,000 views. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, and I don't know how, it hit the YouTube algorithm. And as of today, that YouTube short has 29,000 views. It's one of the most viewed pieces of content I put out in 2022. Really? It actually, that's more than any part of God of War Ragnarok. You know? That's crazy. So how does the algorithm work? I don't know. Because the funny part was, when I put that YouTube short out, it didn't hit the algorithm. Somehow later on, and it had nothing to do with me. It was already out there in the wild, and weeks later, somehow that short hit the algorithm, and all of a sudden people started seeing it, and it just exponentially grew in views. I don't understand it. However, there's definitely some stuff about YouTube Shorts that's very different from standard YouTube videos, especially with the fact that YouTube has been changing their criteria for monetization. In fact, I'd even go as far to say, I feel the reason YouTube has changed their criteria for monetization is because of YouTube Shorts. Allow me to explain. In the last few months, YouTube started instituting changes to the monetization process for YouTube videos. One of the major changes was you cannot swear in the first 15 to 30 seconds of a video. If you swear in the first 15 to 30 seconds of a video, it's an auto demonetization. Okay? Well, why? Well, there's really two reasons you could think about this. Number one, if there's an advertisement running on your video, as soon as that ad ends, if the first thing you hear is F this, F that, shit, 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 dicks and ass and nipples and titties, yeah, people are going to be like, oh, wow, I'm going to go to Starbucks to buy that new drink, ass and nipples and titties. Wait, what? Huh? You see? They don't want that association. So, if you're going to start going into that kind of swearing like a sailor, they want that to come out like later on in the video, so that way it's not immediately coming out of an ad. You understand? That's number one. But the other thing, if you really think about it logically, it's got to be YouTube Shorts. Why? YouTube Shorts are only 15 to 60 seconds long. So if you limit it so that you cannot swear in the first 15 to 30 seconds of a video, you're essentially saying you just can't swear in a YouTube short if you want it to be monetized. And now that they're going to be monetized, I think this change was laying the ground rules out to kind of blanket cover everything, but mostly cover YouTube shorts. It makes sense, doesn't it? So that's interesting because, as you know, I do not censor myself in my playthroughs. And if stuff's going on, typically if something funny happens, I'm usually swearing during it. Okay? So,
reminder, he marks every single piece of his content he uploads as safe for children. As in, is this adult content or is it not? Child-friendly apparently. Every single time Phil uploads a video, it's apparently child-friendly content. He's fully aware of this, and yet he still maintains it and still does it. He knows he swears. He knows he does not film. He just admitted he does not censor himself. He just admitted he does not try and hold back whenever he wants to fucking swear. And yet he will constantly and forever keep marking his content, every single video he uploads, as suitable for children.
What I'm dabbling in here is putting out YouTube Shorts with censorship. Not my raw videos. You're never going to hear me completely censoring myself in my raw videos. That's never going to happen. I've been around for 15 years. I'm the guy who gives it like it is. I'm gonna use the language I want to use. I'm not going to censor myself because my video is going to get demonetized. Okay, that's ridiculous. However, if I'm going to start using YouTube Shorts to promote DSP gaming, it means that essentially, yeah, I need to start doing something to change it up. Okay? So if you haven't noticed, I've put out a YouTube short or two where when there was a swear, there was a bleep. And some people are not used to that. And they're like, what the? Bleeping? Bleeping Phil? That's completely ridiculous. He's never done that ever, right? Well, that's really the only way to get a YouTube short to actually be able to be used and monetized properly. If I have the swears in there, that YouTube short will immediately get, negatively affected. It's going to get no ads, no favoritism in the algorithm, get kicked out of there. You see? So, here's my ideas for YouTube Shorts, and I want to give a shout out because there is a particular person, I'm not going to name them obviously for obvious reasons, who's been
Is it Das? Is it Das bullshit? It's probably Das bullshit.
Particular person, I'm not going to name them obviously for obvious reasons, who's been working on YouTube Shorts for me and has been doing a really good job and has actually been pumping ideas out on a daily basis.
I want to say one thing as well. Phil says he has been working on YouTube Shorts. The term working for you means that you're fucking paying this person for doing all this work for you. No, this person is volunteering for you. This person is not working for you because you're not giving them a single fucking dime. You're not even giving them a shout out because you're trying to protect their fucking anonymity. I don't want to fucking reveal this, this kind person in case they get harassed by the evil detractors and trolls. Nah, this person is not working for Phil because he's not getting a single fucking penny.
Some of which you haven't seen yet because I'm not uploading everything that they're giving me, only because I don't want to bombard this channel with YouTube Shorts. But they're actually getting some really good ideas for YouTube Shorts that can be used here on DSP Gaming. Not only are we talking daily highlights of things that happen in my gameplay now, but also almost a best of mentality. Like, think of some of the most famous moments I've ever had here on DSP Gaming.
Okay, hang on. Hate Army or Aqua2 or someone, please make a YouTube short of the incident, and let's see if we can make that blow up in popularity in the fucking YouTube short algorithm with Phil doing the incident. With maybe some random funny musical for some pish. Yeah, the incident. Some bigger, detractor. Maybe Shingle can do it. Maybe I don't know, someone. So make Aqua2 or Hate. It'd be funny, I think, if it was Hate Army, but just simply because Hate Army has caused Phil so many headaches in the past, or Aqua2 as well, because Aqua2 as well. One of them do a YouTube short of the incident, and see, and if that takes off, if that fucking blows up in popularity, Jesus Christ, man, Phil would be so fucking salty about it. Imagine all these content creators rediscovering the incident in their YouTube shorts, and I guess like fucking 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, who knows how many fucking views that could get on YouTube shorts.
Imagine highlighting those as YouTube shorts. These could be old moments as well. They don't necessarily have to be, oh, this is something that just happened yesterday. This could be things that happened years ago, but they've never really been highlighted at all, you see? It's kind of interesting. Now, in addition, sometimes there's a playthrough or two that I did, a little while ago, and maybe you want to drum up some more interest for it. Having a short or two, highlight that, is good. And the thing is with these YouTube shorts, I feel like the way that they're going to be most successful is giving variety. Instead of it every day being, oh, every day Phil pulls out a Warzone clip. People are going to get tired of Warzone clips within 2 days. They don't want the same thing every day. I'm not a Warzone exclusive streamer. I'm a variety streamer. They want variety, right? So what I'm thinking is, moving forward, if I put out a few shorts a week, I'm not saying it's definitely going to be every day, because I don't think I want to do one every day. But if I put out a few shorts a week of quality, and it's good variety, then I think it would work. In fact, this morning, before I turned the stream on, I uploaded a YouTube short. Most of you probably didn't even see it yet, because it literally just went live as this stream was going live. Would you like to watch it? Want to watch the short? Let's give it a look. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's already live, but I guess we can debut it here on the podcast. Here it is. My latest YouTube short. Let's see what's through this door. Is there new enemies? Because I want to see if I can...
I love how Phil screwed up the aspect ratio here. The short is fucked up because he's not included his face cam. So really, this is not actually the short. The short is missing Phil's, like, the lower half of Phil's face.
Load this metal.
Please tell me it's actually going to show Phil's face creeping up closer and closer as he fucking pans up the way. Please tell me that's going to happen. Yeah, he did. He completely screwed up. He completely screwed up the aspect ratio, the stupid bastard. Oh my fucking god. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Dumb motherfucker. He had one fucking job. He had one fucking job and he couldn't fucking do it. What a dense motherfucker.
You know, it would help if it was the correct aspect ratio.
Dumbass. You dumb fuck.
So you could actually see it. That would probably be better, wouldn't it? Alright, let's fix that. Alright. Let's try this again.
Dumb bastard, man. Jesus Christ.
Ladies and gentlemen, my latest YouTube short. Let's see what's through this door. Is there new enemies? Because I want to see if I can unload this metal.
No, I need to do that again. Phil synchronised looking towards his monitor. The real Phil and the fucking YouTube snort Phil synchronised looking the same way at the same time there. That is weird. That is so weird, man. How did that happen? Wait for it again, like... How?
What the You couldn't even see it. You couldn't even see it. Wow. You couldn't even see it coming. Wow. Instant death. So if you haven't noticed, one of the key reasons that these YouTube shorts are not working, okay, is because my camera upgrade is working. Because the quality of my camera is so much better. Now people are able to highlight the webcam and even zoom in on it, and it looks pretty good. The old camera already looked like peach fuzz. Now imagine zooming in on that. It would look like 4 pixels, like 4 blocks of color on the screen. That would look like shit, you see? So, and if you notice, yes, there's censorship, but that is the example of a YouTube short that basically is kind of optimized for YouTube's algorithm. It's got a funny moment, right? It's got funny commentary. It's got a little bit of exaggeration there with the camera work, and it censors out any swearing. That's what YouTube wants in a YouTube short.
I keep fucking telling yourself that, Phil. You're gonna, if a fucking video does not get fucking like 2,000 fucking views, you're gonna be fucking saying, I guess the algorithm didn't want this. I guess the YouTube algorithm did not fucking want this after all. I guess my dumbass volunteer that was working for me was wrong.
And again, shout out to the person who's making these for me. That was really good quality in my opinion. So that's the kind of thing that I would like to do, either every day or maybe every few days, put out a highlight. Now here's the thing. Someone might not have watched any of my Resident Evil 1 remake playthrough recently. And now they're going to watch that short. And they're going to say, oh, that was funny. That was a good moment. I wonder if there's more like that in the playthrough. Oh, there is. There's actually quite a few moments like that in that playthrough. So now they might go watch it. And what I will do when I put out a short like that, what I will do is I will highlight the playthrough in the description of the short. And I did. I put a link there. So now anyone who watches that short, if they liked that, they can check the description of the video and click and go watch the playthrough. You see? That's how it can work. That's not only are you going to bring new eyes to the channel because of it hitting the algorithm, but then they might actually check out the other content and end up liking it. You see? That's how the shorts really shine, in my opinion. It's a quick idea of what you can get from a YouTube channel in a digestible format, and then you can go check out the raw stuff if you want. Okay? Anyway, that's cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. I enjoyed that. So what I want to do is keep putting those out. Now, my question is, what do you guys think? And do you have any ideas of how these shorts could be even better implemented? Or maybe do you have ideas of things that should be part of the shorts? For example, can you think of moments in DSP gaming history that you think should be highlighted that would bring people to this channel, right?
Oh my, oh my. I tell you what, guys, if a detractor is not going to try and do the incident, Phil probably will do it first. Phil's going to beat you to doing... there's no way Phil's not going to fucking try and promote his own fucking channel by having the incident shown.
Right? Maybe you could think of epic moments, momentous parts of playthroughs. You know, one moment that I could think of is the very end. I know this is a very old one. The very end of my Halo, excuse me, not Halo, Call of Duty, Advanced, or what was the one that was, is it Infinite Warfare? The one that was the Call of Duty in space. Was it Call of Duty Infinite Warfare? The end of the playthrough. You're at that final mission. Everyone is charging out of the ship. The dropship just landed. Everyone's charging. Everyone go! The final assault! Charge! Everyone's running. Charge! I paused the game and said, well, guys, sorry, but I gotta take a shit. So that was funny. You know, like, what the hell? Sorry, I can't do this right now. I seriously gotta take a break. I gotta go take a dump, man. And I'll come back and we'll finish this. That's some of the kind of stuff from over the years that could be funny. You know what it is? It could be some of the things that have been in my funniest moments countdowns, but I don't do it anymore. I haven't done funniest moments countdowns in so many years that it's hard to highlight the funniest moments now. Like, what did you guys think was funny? You know, in my content over the last several years that maybe didn't get highlighted in a countdown. You know, we could literally highlight all kinds of stuff. What about my Dark Souls moment? Dark Souls 1. Oh, man, I got it. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I step right off the edge and die, right? Fall to my death. I go, son of a bitch. Right? Remember that? All these moments from over the years, they could become genuinely interesting YouTube shorts that could send people to DSP Gaming. My history of the funniest stuff over the years. Yeah, good ideas, right? But we'll see what happens. I think it could be a mix of, let's take a couple highlights from the new playthroughs, let's take some classics, let's mix it all up. So what I want to do is I kind of want to get you guys used to seeing these. Not that all of a sudden, oh my God, why does Phil have shorts on his channel? He never used to do that. I want you to get kind of used to this. So that way, when they hit in February and they're monetized and everything, it's not like, oh my God, I wasn't expecting Phil would have shorts on the channel. You know, it's not, I want to ease you in a little bit. So maybe over the next 1 to 2 weeks, ease you in, and then we'll see. What I'm really curious about is how is this going to work in February? Again, I am so skeptical of them monetizing YouTube Shorts. I am absolutely positively so skeptical of this, because how is it going to work? Like, for example, we just watched that clip together. That was what, 40, 50 seconds? Now imagine a 30-second ad playing before it and a 30-second ad playing after it. Right? Like, if anything, where people will really benefit, it's going to be people who are, if you're a YouTube Premium subscriber, right? And that's the subscription where there's no ads on YouTube, but the content creators you watch get credit as if you watch the ads. So now imagine sitting there and just watching shorts on a channel for 2 hours, and you watch like 50, 60 shorts. That's credit for like a ridiculous amount of ads, and you don't have to watch them. Then I think you're going to see a benefit, you see? But to me, like, I can't imagine them trying to monetize it like that. I guess we're going to find out. We're going to find out how it works. We don't really know. And by the way, for the record, no, I am not planning on making any extra money on shorts. I don't think I will. I really don't think so. I think what it's going to do, hopefully, it's going to be a way to catch, because now shorts are going to become like a feature. People are going to be, highlighting them. YouTube's going to be emphasizing them. So I'm hoping this will allow this channel to get into that algorithm. And every once in a while, maybe only once a month, one of the shorts I put out may get some traction and bring a few new viewers to this channel. And
maybe it'd be funny if none of them fucking day and Phil gives up after like 2 months.
That happens, then it's all worth it, you see? But I feel like we're in a situation where I should be trying something new. Usually, I'm behind the curve. Usually, I'm the last guy to adapt to changes. This is something new that's been on YouTube for a bit, but now is being fully, pushed by YouTube starting in February.
Fucking translation. As soon as they fucking revealed they're going to fucking monetize YouTube Shorts more than they fucking were before, you were all on board for it. You were all in, and you wanted to try and fucking get on that gravy train, possibly to try and fucking boost your goddamn channel and boost your own fucking earnings as well. But of course, it's not up to you to fucking try and think of how to fucking best implement these changes and implement this new thing. No, it's up to the goddamn audience as usual to not only suggest things to make shorts out of, it's also up to the audience to fucking make these themselves. So it's not only do they have to find the best moments for you, Phil, they have to make them for you, then send them to you so you can upload them and you can monetize them and earn from it without giving them a single penny. You're doing none of the work here, Phil, essentially. You're doing none of the work here to earn any of this money. You could argue it's like, Phil's already made this content already on his channel. And he's uploaded it onto his own channel. That's him. That is Phil's work, essentially. As soon as he uploads a video to his video, his channel, Phil's finished his job, essentially. And now it's up to people who want to watch the video or not. YouTube Shorts is other people's work that are doing for Phil's channel, which is giving Phil extra money. It's double dipping. It's essentially double dipping here. It's that Phil's doing literally none of the work here. It's his audience that's doing the fucking work. It's Dashboard ain't doing the goddamn work, making these fucking more visually appealing with editing, and then sending them back to Phil so he can try and make money and get some more popularity in his fucking channel. Jesus Christ, man.
Now would be the time to try to use it and see what happens. It may not work at all. It may be a frivolous activity, but at least we tried. At least we can say, you know what? At least tried something. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't, right? But at least here's something new and different. And you know what? Maybe there's people who are subbed to this channel who aren't checking out all my active playthroughs, and now they'll go check one out because they saw a highlight from one that they liked, right? Or maybe you've been a viewer of this channel for a year or two, and you like the content, but you never really watched the classic stuff. What if you get some highlights of the classic playthroughs, right? And now you're, oh, I didn't know that was there. That's interesting. And then you go ahead and, you watch that old playthrough, or you watch some of the old content, correct? So it could work out, all right? I'm certainly not putting all my eggs in one basket. It's not the feature for me. For me, my highlight is, as always, relax, chill with all of you, put out meaningful gameplay content, have a fun podcast every day, have fun discussions and interactions during all those segments. That's the highlight. That's my focus, correct? So, we'll see. See how it goes and go from there. But I'm excited for the future to see if this actually helps out in any way. We'll find out. Okay? Okay, cool. All right. So all that being said, guys, keep your eyes peeled. New YouTube Shorts incoming. We had that first one from today. There'll be more coming. By the way, be sure to always tell me what you want to see as a YouTube short. In particular, there was a moment from Warzone 2 days ago that you guys have requested as a YouTube short, and I can promise you it's coming. It's not going to be, it's not going to be right away. Sometimes it's going to take a few days for this stuff. But there is a YouTube short of that epic moment coming from Warzone 2 days ago. I think you know what moment I'm talking about. I'm not going to spoil, but I think you know what I'm talking about, right? You know? Uh-huh. Okay, it's coming. Cool. Yes, the Jason moment where...
Hold on. Oh my fucking god. Why is that so awkward? Why is that such an awkward fucking thing? Oh my god, yeah. Hold on. I'm just thinking, like, potential thumbnail. You know, this is what I'm doing. What do we think? Do we want him to do it mid-wink, or do we want him to have a strange fucking, like, stroke eye? Winks at deadish. Jesus fucking Christ. What do we want? Should we make it, like, more visually appealing? Or did you... So a lot of people are torn on this. A lot of people don't know what they want. Hold on. Let's just go back.
From Warzone 2 days ago. I think you know what moment I'm talking about. I'm not going to spoil, but I think you know what I'm talking about, right?
He does it twice. He does like a fucking double wink.
About, right?
He does it here. It's like, yeah, let me wink straight away here, right? And then wait, no, I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Oh my fucking god, I done it 3 fucking times. Jesus. Okay, well, there we go. I think I've landed my thumbnail. I think I've landed my fucking thumbnail. Let's see how this looks. Hang on. Jesus Christ. Now, as usual, I'm going to check straight away. Whether this looks alright or no. Bear with me. Please crop alright. Oh, it looks good. Ladies and gentlemen. It looks decent. It's a good wee cropping. The shoulder, I think it's actually just his t-shirt. No, it's actually a t-shirt merging with the black in his chair. So it looks a bit spiky randomly, but that's passable. That is passable. So there we go. Future thumbnail secured, ladies and gentlemen.
Uh-huh. Okay, it's coming. Cool. Yes, the Jason moment where he says, Jason! What? That didn't happen. What are you talking about? Levine says shorts will only pay 45% of the already low revenue, which blows. Well, YouTube only pays 55% on normal ads. So it's like slightly less, I guess. I don't know. It's not a big deal, again. It's just not a big deal. It's not what I'm doing it for. Okay. So anyway, guys, the short spiel is done. Thanks for listening. Let's now talk about what you can expect for the rest of the week, because I have reshuffled the schedule around. Okay? I reshuffled the schedule. So please listen to what the schedule will be. It's a little different than what it was originally. Today, after the Level 1 podcast, it is One Piece Odyssey. Continuing on, from what we're seeing, it looks like we're finally going to arrive at the Rain Dinners Casino and probably have the final dungeon/boss fights, and hopefully we will wrap up the first area of the game. Because it was funny, last night Slayer was on the stream, and he says, I looked into it. Apparently there's 4 more memory segments coming up in the game. And I said, 4 more memory segments. Well, the first memory segment already, if you look at the playthrough, has been like 7 to 8 hours long. And if we're doing it again today, you're talking it's 10 or 12. So how is this game 30 hours long for the story if it has 5 memory segments and each segment's going to be 10 hours long? Someone can't do math. If you remember, the game reviewer said, oh, the story of this game is 30 hours long, so it's not that long of an RPG. But if you do side content, now it becomes like 50, 60. So I don't think they played it. Or here's how they played it. Ready? Here's how they're reviewing. Keep in mind, game journalists reviewing the game. Here's how they play it. Oh, look, there's some dialogue. Skip it. Oh, a cutscene. Skip it. Go. Run. Come on. Get to the next enemy. Oh, turbo speed. You want to know why they beat it that fast? Because they all have time crunch constraints. They don't pay attention to shit. They're literally rushing to finish a game so they can get their stupid early review out. And it's so dumb because who the fuck cares, right? So they're all there saying, oh, it's 30 hours long. Yeah, if you skip the whole fucking game, probably it's 30 hours long. I get the feeling this game's probably 50 to 60 hours long. Just story. I'm getting that vibe. Unless you're going to tell me that the future memory segments that recap major plot lines in the One Piece franchise are going to be much shorter than the first one.
No. I don't want to fucking just ignore it. 2 seconds. One Piece Odyssey length. The main story is 20 to 30 hours in length, with additional side stories and associated quests. During fights, the crew is divided up between active party members and reserve members. That is the information I got from Google, which you couldn't see because the screen was blanked. But yeah, that is the information that Google tells me. It's between 20 to 30 hours. And Phil is claiming double that because he's a slow, bumbling buffoon trying to fucking take his goddamn time for the goddamn game because he cannot do fucking things at a normal pace of a normal human. Frosty Beat says, or maybe they don't go on 20-minute long rants about dumb shit while the characters are idle in combat. Also a very good point by Frosty Beats.
Why would the first one be 10 hours and the rest of them only be 5? That'd be a little weird, no? So I have a hard time believing that. I think the reviewers are just fucking assholes. Because it does piss me off when people say it's this long, and I say, okay, well that's good. Because maybe we could play this game for a month or 2, and we'll wrap it up. Now it's looking like this game could be incredibly long, right? So now maybe I made a bad decision. I don't know. I like it. Here's the thing. I like the game. I'm having a great time with it. As long as you guys keep showing up, engaging and supporting it, I don't care how long it is. You know, and yes, it might take a long time to beat it. As long as you guys keep coming to the streams, I'm good with it. All right? But the worst thing that could happen is we play 20, 30 hours into it and people are like, oh, the game's too long. I'm not going to be here anymore. And now the viewership dips, dwindles, and now it's like, what did I start for, right? That's going to frustrate me, and I hope that's not the case. I hope that you guys who like JRPGs will be along for the ride with me, because I really like this game so far. It's the style of combat I like. It's got, you know, great art, great music. Okay? So, there you go, okay? So, let's see what happens. But that's the major stream today. I'm hoping to beat up the first enemy. Finish up the first area, Alabasta. So, hopefully when we continue it on later in the week, we're in a new area. Tonight on the late stream, it's more Warzone 2.0 at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. You know the deal with Warzone. It's exciting. It's suspenseful. It's fun. I try to survive. I try to place high. I've been learning. I've been trying to do new things to get better placings. And, of course, we got the bounty system going. Tonight, I'm not going to entertain bullshit bounties. If I see someone who's a regular, if I know someone who has supported this stream in the past, makes a bounty, I'll trust them. Otherwise, these people are not going to get the time of day. And here's the thing. If you notice someone who's spamming the chat with a bounty to try to get attention, it means they're full of shit. It always does means, because you notice that the people who are like the most, oh yeah, I got a bounty for Phil. If he does this, I'll do that. And then it's a nobody. So they're not a regular, never seen them before, right? Newcomer completely to the chat. And then, of course, when I actually accomplish it, they disappear, right? So I'm not entertaining that shit anymore. Is it regulars who want to do bounties? Great. Otherwise, you want to say, hey, I'll do a bounty. Say it once, that's it. You sit here, you spam the chat and shit, you're out of here. And I'm not going to put up with this nonsense of people, you know, basically trying to derail the stream with bullshit. Okay. So, that being said, excuse me. That being said, should be a fun time tonight. And I hope you will join me 6:45 p.m. Pacific time for more Warzone action. Okay. Now, tomorrow the schedule starts to shift. Here's why. Tomorrow's first gameplay stream is Signalis. This is the survival horror game we're currently playing. It's a throwback game that plays similar to Resident Evil as well as Silent Hill. You know, the classics from like the PS1 era. I'm really enjoying the game, and in fact, it got kind of more creepy last night. We had our first boss fight. Wow. Oh, excuse me. Okay. We had our first boss fight. Okay. We had our first boss fight, and we had some interesting story developments, right? Some really interesting stuff going on in the game, and it's getting creepier and creepier. I don't want to spoil, because obviously that's a major whole focus of the game, is to check that out, right? So tomorrow, we're in a whole new area. We actually have cleared some of the area, but we have an idea where we need to go. There's a lot more enemies now. The game's getting a lot more tense. Inventory management is becoming an issue, just like old school Resident Evil. So it's actually getting quite good. Now you might say, but Phil, right now, the biggest playthrough you're doing is Oblivion. Seems like people are showing up for Oblivion. They're supporting Oblivion. Why aren't you going to play Oblivion as the daytime stream? It's a great question, but there's also a fair answer. 2 reasons. All right? Reason number 1, I am in no rush to get through Oblivion at all. Oblivion is going to be an ongoing playthrough that we're going to be doing over the course of 2022. Okay? We know it's going to be lengthy. We know these Elder Scroll games are incredibly long. Even if I make it the daytime stream every day, it's going to take me months to beat it. We know this, okay? So, knowing that, what's the point of trying to rush through it and make it the highlighted stream every day? I already had it as a highlighted stream earlier this week, right? Therefore, it's not like I'm not playing it enough, but there again, there's no rush to make any certain level, set level of Oblivion content in a week. We're already going to be taking our time with it over the course of this year. Hell, if I like it enough and you guys like it enough, we may even do the DLC Shivering Isles. You guys are trying to convince me to do it. I might do it. We'll see. Okay? But the other major factor here, okay, is I do have a time constraint to beat Signalis. I need to finish Signalis before the next survival horror game is out, which is this coming Friday, which is Dead Space Remake. You see? I definitely need to finish it up because we can't be doing 2 survival horror games at once. Everyone's going to want to see Dead Space. No one's going to care about Signalis once Dead Space is out. That's why I have to wrap it up in time. You see? So, if I start as the major stream tomorrow and then maybe one more major stream, say Tuesday, and even if I don't finish it then maybe I could play it as the late stream on Thursday, and now I've definitely beaten it in time. You see? So that's why I'm doing it like that. It wouldn't make sense for me to have Oblivion as the daytime streams. There's no time constraint for it, but there is a time constraint for Signalis. Fair enough? So tomorrow, Signalis will be the main gameplay stream. Tomorrow night's late stream will be Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Okay? Monday, we're going to do a redo of today. More One Piece on the first stream, and hopefully on that stream, we'll be in a new area. That's what I'm hoping. We get back to the main plot, and then we end up in a new memory area. And I would love that because, you know, Alabasta, it's worn out its welcome at this point. We've been in this desert for 10 hours. It's time to see a new location and new enemies and everything, right? And then Monday night, more Warzone. Yes, that means there was 3 big Warzone streams this week. And I know you guys like the Warzone stuff, so I'm happy to bring you 3 Warzone sessions. Thanks for watching. Okay? And then Tuesday, another stream of Signalis. And to end the week, Oblivion. I'm off from streaming on Wednesday. Okay? That means next week, Thursday, is Ask the King. Ask the King. Yes, my bi-monthly Q&A show. It returns this coming Thursday. So if you have not asked your questions yet for Ask the King, what the heck are you waiting for? If you're a channel member, you already get incredibly high priority access to get your question answered on the show. How do you post up? Head to the main channel page of DSP Gaming. Head to the membership tab that's there, and you will see the post just a little ways down. That's your post. It'll say right on it, this is for members on Ask the King. Please post your questions up. Please do so. That's where I'm going to draw the vast majority of questions for the show. If you're not a channel member, well, what are you waiting for? But you can still post up your questions in the general thread on my forums on dspgaming.com. All you have to do is type !Ask the King into the stream chat. It'll give you the direct link. Or if you haven't done that, you can also just go right to dspgaming.com. In the forums, there's a section there for Ask the King, and you can post up your questions there. All right. So please consider either way. All right. The more questions I get, the better. And that's the main stream of Thursday coming up is Ask the King. Okay. Thursday night may be the conclusion of Signalis. But if we've already beaten Signalis on Tuesday, then instead Thursday night will probably be Warzone. Okay. Let's see what happens. Friday is the premiere of Dead Space Remake. And I'm curious with you guys. Would you like to see Dead Space Remake all day long on Friday? Like both streams? Or would you like to only see it one stream and then maybe I do some variety at night? Like maybe Oblivion that night or something. What would you like? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Please share them. I'm okay with playing it all day long if you would like a whole day of Dead Space. And then the next day maybe we do variety. We'll see. Let me know what you think. Okay? Cool. And by the way, if you're watching this on demand, leave comments on this podcast and let me know what you think as well. It's not just about the people in the stream chat. Looks like everyone's saying full day. Look at this. Yes, all day DS remake, full day most likely would be best. It seems like the vast majority of people answering in the chat want full day. So that's their opinion. What's your opinion? Let me know. Okay, cool. All right. Outside of that, the only other thing that I want to emphasize this morning is memberships. Then we have one game news story to talk about, and then we'll get to shout-outs and Q&A, okay? So, memberships. Thank you all for the rallying of support so far this week. When we started this week, we were at 500. We're now at 526 and climbing. This is excellent. Your support has been greatly appreciated. So, including today, we have 4 days left to hit the membership goal for the month. Why only 4 days when technically the membership goal runs to the end of the month? Because we had a 100 member gifted bomb from 2 different people. They split it in half back on Christmas Eve. That's December 24th. That means that those are going to expire January 24th, this coming Tuesday. And once they do, we're going to lose 100 memberships on this channel, putting our membership goal of 600 members out of reach. Right now, we're less than 75 away from hitting the membership goal. So it's very, very doable right now. Okay? Now, excuse me. In the case of this membership goal, is it possible that if...
Shut up for a second, Phil. Hold on a fucking second. Shut up for a second. I want to remind people once again that Phil's a little bit fucking mistaken here. Look, Pieces Data hasn't got the most updated thing from like yesterday's podcast. So Phil gained like 20 odd members randomly yesterday at some random point in time. Phil is going to lose. So today's the 21st, okay? During the 23rd of January, Phil's going to lose 43 members at least, potentially 45. Yes, he had 43 gifted members, and he had 45 in total he gained that day. And it's possible those are going to expire as well. So when it gets to the 24th, Phil's still going to have the 100 members won't have expired yet, but he was sitting with minus 43. So really, the big day for Phil is not going to be on Tuesday the 24th. It is going to be really on Monday the 23rd. Monday the 23rd is the most crucial day for Phil to hit his goddamn membership goal, you know, if he hits it or not. He's a wee bit mistaken, as usual. Oops, wrong thing. I clicked the wrong thing. Is it the old layout? I can shout out to that. Anyway.
On the 24th, could we still hit the goal? We could, but that would mean a rallying of some, you know, almost 200 members within a week. I don't foresee that happening unless we get, again, a bunch of very, very generous membership gifters. I don't think we're going to be getting 200 memberships in a week, especially because the only new game that's going to be out is the Dead Space remake. Outside of that, I'm not playing anything else right now. I think the very tail end of the month is the new SpongeBob game. But you see what I'm saying? Like, if there's nothing really going on, it's going to be very hard to bring in new memberships. So, please consider... Oh, by the way, Nathan Wong impersonators here, so I'm just going to get rid of them now. I'm being a fucking idiot. Banned the other day. I would say please consider becoming a member, gifting a membership, all right? Renewing a membership that's lapsed. All those things help a lot. All right, they do. All those things help. So please consider it. And thank you in advance to anyone who contributes in any way to this channel. But memberships right now would be an absolute great way to help out this channel. So, first of all, you know the benefits of memberships. I'm not going to go through them again this morning. Usually, I'll go through them. But in this case, I've gone over them like every day the past week. You know, if you wanted to have the skinny on everything you get, you can check out my membership video by taking ! membership into the chat. You click on that, it'll bring you to the page. Or if you're actually on my channel page right now, there's a join button. You can click there. The pop-up will come up. I have a little video that explains basically how memberships work. Okay? So, here's the deal. If we had 600 memberships by the end of the month, I'm doing a special event, the likes of which I know you guys want to see. It's my Super Bowl Saturday Bash. For the first time ever, a sports-related event.
Yeah, this is dead air, absolutely. So I'm definitely counting this as dead air. It's our first bingo of the day. About fucking time.
Yes.
Literally, no one bugs them anymore. Nothing. It's all they're
I have a series of 3 NFL jerseys that I'll be wearing during the course of this event, like this. Okay. And I'll be alternating between them. I'll also be having various NFL collectibles, paraphernalia. Yeah, I might have like a hat you can drink out of, maybe a football, you know, stuff to play around with during the stream. I'm going to be playing classic NFL games on the Switch, including Tecmo Super Bowl. I'm going to be reacting to Super Bowl advertisements from yesteryear. We're going to do a 30-man over-the-top rope fantasy battle royale in WWE 2K22 that I'll commentate on. And we're going to be having all kinds of fun foods that you were kind of the things that you would eat if you were watching a sports game. Probably like chips or nachos. Likely I'll order like pizza or wings or both. You know, do some fun stuff. A themed marathon day. This would be the day before the Super Bowl. So Saturday the 11th of February is when this would take place. Okay? I'm excited for it. I feel like it's something special and different and interesting to do for variety. So please consider becoming a member, renewing a membership, or gifting a membership to make that happen. Again, you know, we're very close and we're getting closer every day. Your help is greatly appreciated. Let's hit that goal and let's lock into that event. Okay? That's all I have to say about that. All right. I have 2 gaming news stories to talk about this morning. And then we're going to get to shout-outs. Gaming news story number 1 is that Forspoken, you know, that game from Square Enix that I was on the fence about and then I decided against playing, right? I kept telling you guys, I don't really see that much interest in the game. It doesn't look that good. You know, the graphics look nice. But outside of that, it doesn't really look like that much of an interesting game to me. Forspoken is coming out in a few days. Did you know that? You might not know that. It's only a few days. It's out. But they didn't send any early review codes out to anyone. No one. Like all the people in the gaming media started talking to each other. And they were all...
Isn't that what you fucking want, Phil? Isn't this what you fucking keep demanding happen? So there's no like potential spoilers. No, I'm going to be curious how Phil's going to turn this into a negative, and this is what he's been hoping and begging for the last several. He hates these fucking games getting spoiled because these review copies get given to people and then they get given to other people and they get leaked and spoilers happen with the plot and all shit. No. This is what Phil's been pushing for and advocating for, apparently. So let's see him try and fucking turn this into a negative.
All the people in the gaming media started talking to each other, and they were all like, "Hey, did you get a review code? Did you get a review code? What about you?" No one got one. So Square Enix opted to not send out any review codes for this game. Now, you might see that as a red flag. You might see that as Square Enix saying, if we send out early review codes, people are just going to spoil the whole fucking game, and we don't want them to do that anymore. I don't know. As you know, in my opinion, I don't feel like these outlets should be getting review codes to begin with. This is not the 1990s. There's no more print medium where they have to put out a paper magazine and get it out early. That was the excuse why they needed these review codes to begin with, 20, 30 years ago. Now there's no excuse. They could literally get a code for this game on day 1, play it like everyone else, and yeah, they won't have the review out early, but they'll have to review it along everyone else who bought it, which seems to be fair to me, that they shouldn't be this favored group of people that can determine if a game sells or not. It seems pretty dumb, doesn't it? That's how it's treated. So maybe that's what they're doing here. I don't know. But basically, everyone in gaming media is being incredibly skeptical, saying if they're not sending out review codes, maybe it's because the game sucks. And they're afraid that if we got review codes, we would just slam it. And they want people who did pre-orders to hold their pre-orders so they can at least make the pre-order money on the game. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But, right now I'm not interested in playing it anyway. As I told you guys, it's a wait-and-see attitude for me. I'm going to wait for other people to play it and see what they think. And if you guys are of the opinion that it's like an outstanding game and I'm missing out if I don't play it.
But hold on a second. Phil's not wanting people to get early access to these fucking games because he thinks it's unfair and it spoils things, not shit. So he doesn't trust the gaming media and the things they say and do. At the same time, he's going to wait for other people, aka the other people playing the game, like gaming media, to play the game and let him know whether it's a good fucking game or not, so he can play it himself potentially. So while he doesn't want the gaming media to have access to the games to fucking spoil things for other people, he wants to wait until the gaming media play the game to let them know if it's good or not, so he can play the game himself. It seems like a contradiction's happening here. It always seems like there's some sort of contradiction happening in Phil's head here, which he's not fully aware of.
Play it, then I'll consider playing it. But for now, it was already a skip. So I guess we'll see what happens in the next couple of days. Doesn't it come out in just a couple of days here? So I guess we'll see, right? See what happens. Mike Smith says, I thought you were against early review codes. Are you deaf, Mike Smith? Are you literally deaf?
Jesus Christ, how fucking toxic. How fucking toxic can you fucking be, Phil's fucking wee salty face? The face of someone who thinks they're far more intelligent and superior than anyone else in their fucking chat. Jesus Christ, man. Why have chat available if you're going to just fucking belittle them with us and berate them with us? And you clearly fucking hate every single person in your fucking chat, Phil. They're there not to fucking talk to you. They're there to give you fucking money. Let's be real. If nobody gave you a fucking penny, you wouldn't be fucking wanting to talk to them. At least not fucking nicely. You'd be fucking shitting all over them. Calling them morons, not shitting. They're fucking just detractors and they're fucking all the shit, you know. That you're only here to fucking watch me bitch and mine and moan because people aren't supporting it. Fuck off, Phil.
Are you not listening to what I'm saying on the podcast right now? I guess you are deaf. You're an idiot. Okay. He says agree. There you go. He agrees. Well, as long as you agree with me, that's all good then. Sweet. Okay. Anyway, continuing on.
If ever there was a fucking true statement ever said on this fucking channel, this DSP Gaming, say it one more fucking time for those in the fucking back.
Agree. There you go. He agrees. Well, as long as you agree with me, that's all good then.
As long as you agree with me, that's all good then. That is the way to survive as a chat member on DSP Gaming. As long as you agree with me, that's all good then. Any other possibility is as long as you agree with Phil Burnell, you are not going to get in trouble from Phil Burnell.
Sweet. Okay. Anyway, continuing on. That was news story number 1. So, will Forspoken suck? Because they didn't send out early review codes and they're trying to hide the truth? Yeah, I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. The other news story. I don't think this one is shocking. At the same time, it's sad. Alright? It has been officially announced by, I think it's Square Enix, that Marvel's Avengers. You ready for this? Remember that game?
Shut the fuck up. We know this fucking story. They're going to stop doing updates for it in fucking September or some pish. Who fucking cares?
Marvel's Avengers from Crystal Dynamics. The games as a service game. You remember that, right? Is ceasing production. It's ceasing production. There will no longer be any new content for the game. In fact, as of September 2023, they're no longer even going to support the game, and the rumor is they're shutting down the servers forever. Meaning if you buy the game, you will only be able to play it single player campaign, and that's it. Now, I want you to think about this. Marvel's Avengers came out in September of 2020. Okay? That's only 2.5 years ago, not even. This is supposed to be a games as a service game. That's how it was pushed and sold. That when you buy this game, this is going to be a game that over an extended period of time, you were going to get a ton of content for. This was going to be the kind of game, much like Destiny or Destiny 2. This was supposed to be a kind of game that you want to team up with your friends and you want to jump into. Every once in a while, you want to have a nice social time with them. It's like the chill party game. You're playing with them, you're grinding, you're doing missions and raids. There's going to be campaigns coming out seasonally that you're going to want to play. New characters.
The fuck would you know about playing with fucking friends, Phil? What are you going to do? Give Jasper a fucking controller? Try and teach him how to fucking press the fucking combos? What the fuck are you going to do? You don't fucking play games with anyone. You can't. Cat doesn't want to fucking play games. Cat is a passionate fucking gamer. Keep that in mind. Cat enjoys playing video games. When do you ever hear Phil talk about him and Cat playing a fucking video game together? When Leanna was there, they fucking played like fucking Plants vs Zombies or some bish. Cat, though, wants nothing to do with playing games with Phil. The many games these two could play and enjoy together, for fuck's sake. Portal 2 is a very fun multiplayer game, for example, with two people, especially if you're fucking playing on the same TV, trying to fucking work, you know. That's a very fun game. What's that? Is it Overcooked? Overcooked's a great fucking multiplayer game. These are two very easy examples. But no, those two. No, Phil was never talked about playing games, together with Kat. He'll watch her play like a creepy bastard, just fucking lurk over her shoulder, watch her fucking play poorly, try and give his own expert advice. I played this before, Kat, honey. You need to go there, honey. My chat told me one time you need to fucking go there and do this fucking fuck off. Worms, another great fucking multiplayer game. There's so many great fucking multiplayer games, but those two never fucking play video games together. Jesus Christ, I mean, this... Phil pretending to fucking lie. This is a game that is marketed at friends. No wonder Phil never played the fucking thing.
Characters, new villains, new storylines. This is the go-to place for Marvel gameplay. It's going to be a giant experience and a big hit. And that's not what happened. What ended up happening was the game came out. The campaign was, 10 hours long? And I liked the campaign, by the way. I thought the campaign was well done. I wish the campaign was 30 or 40 hours long and that was the whole game. Instead, the campaign was 10 hours long, and then it became, well, there's literally nothing else to do in the game but grind against repetitive enemies. Now, every once in a while, they would add in a campaign that had a new location and a new supervillain, but at its core, it was literally just doing the same thing over and over. Looting, killing, looting, killing. That's it. There was no substance to the game. All style, but no substance. The game looked nice, but that was about it. And so, as soon as the game released, people realized this, saw through its hype and marketing budget, and basically the game massively undersold. The game was panned by critics. The game flopped huge. It ended up being one of the biggest losses for Square Enix in many, many years. They were expecting this to be a giant sales dynamo having the Marvel's Avengers title on it, and instead it ended up being a money loss for them. But, I will say this, they were truthful to their word, because if you remember in 2021, it was announced that because it was a sales loss, that basically the content that they had originally promised would be delayed and or having a staggered release schedule. I think a lot of people were upset about that. They're like, dude, I paid $70 for this game. You better give me all the content you promised, right? So they did eventually. If you actually follow the timeline, it was delayed for sure. But, they put out Spider-Man. They put out various other characters. They put out story-based campaigns. They deserve some credit, even though the game didn't sell well. At the very least, they held up their promises of what they had promised. Now, of course, people were expecting that outside of the initial promises, there would be more content. But no, because the game was a flop, that's pretty much it. And now it's been officially announced. They're done. Crystal Dynamics is not going to be working on this game anymore. And even as of September, there's no more support, meaning it sounds like the servers are turning off, and that's the end. So, a games as a service game that literally will only last 3 years, and that's it. That's bad. That's a crappy games as a service game. I mean, then again, they could be Anthem. They're not Anthem. I think Anthem is probably the worst case of something like this that happened. Because that game no one plays or talks about, right? But, yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Here's really why it's sad. Because here's a game, if anything, what we saw a year later, right, with the release of the Guardians of the Galaxy game that came out in 2021. What we could see is it's not the Marvel property that's the problem, right? It's whoever's directing and designing the game. Guardians of the Galaxy was a narrative-based game that lasted, between 20 to 30 hours. It had a really good story, great writing that was in line with the characters of the Marvel franchise, and it had gameplay that was kind of repetitive, but at the same time was actually engaging and interesting. When you play through that game, it's got some of the best writing of that entire year. I cried playing Guardians of the Galaxy. And as you know, I'm a huge, manly man. I'm a rock upon which the waves crash. Nothing breaks me down emotionally. I cried playing Guardians of the Galaxy. That means something. That means that game didn't just tug at my heartstrings. That game had tentacle-like fingers that reached inside of my chest cavity, piercing my sternum, ripping through the arteries into my heart, and started...
This is more slides than Lander. As we all know, this cunt doesn't have a fucking heart.
Wrenching the muscles apart when I was playing. Wow. So that's what I mean. A game that had Pretty good graphics. Not the best, but pretty good graphics. A great writing team. Gameplay that kind of matched what you would expect from the Guardians of the Galaxy. And, you know, emotional character development. It ended up being an outstanding game. So it's not that Marvel is played out. It's that you need to have people who are actually competent. I hate to say it, but Crystal Dynamics just didn't seem very competent with this game. They were dead set, probably their management, by the way, not the line level employees, but the management were dead set on making this a game that was going to be a money train for them year over year over year. But only certain games can work like that. We've had games like the Destinies or the Tom Clancy's Divisions, right? There haven't been that many overly successful games with that formula outside of, say, like Battle Royale. Like, if you take a look at, you know, Fortnite or Apex Legends or games like that, those tend to have that games of a service model over the year after year, and they succeed. But outside of those, it's not often that you get a big, it's like almost like an exception to the rules. A lot of companies that try, most of them fail. So it's not surprising that they wanted to try this model and print money, and it didn't print money. In fact, it lost them money. It's kind of sad because it's Marvel's Avengers. This is someone that people were waiting for an Avengers game since 2012. That's when the Avengers movie came out. And people were like, why is there no game of this? Right? Why is there no movie tie-in? You know, this would be...
I thought there was, though. Isn't like Lego? Didn't Lego have a version of the game which is actually meant to be very good? Also, it's a Lego game, so it's like kind of child-friendly, but apparently that plays very well. I'm pretty certain I've seen people praise that game for how well it plays and how fun it is to go between different characters and how well different they handle. Even though it's a Lego game, it's at the same time, it's apparently quite enjoyable. So yeah, this is Phil just memory holing this game. I've not played it myself, but I've just heard, I remember hearing people praise this fucking Lego, you know, Avengers game. Frosty says he rage quit the Lego game. Jesus, of course he fucking did. Of course he fucking did. It's Phil.
Huge. It took them that long, 8+ years to make a game, and then the game sucked. You know, that's just really unfortunate. Anyway, all of that being said, it's sad. It's very sad that it looks like there will be no really good Avengers game. Like, at this point, Avengers is done, right? There's no new Avengers movies. I don't think that Marvel has plans to make a new Avengers movie anytime soon. So at one point, Avengers was like the biggest movie property, and now it looks like we'll never have a good Avengers game. That the whole idea is scrapped. And the funny part is, Guardians of the Galaxy was good, but no one bought it. Why? Because everyone thought that Marvel's Avengers sucked, and it rubbed off on Guardians, so people didn't buy the Guardians game. They were like, we got burned on Avengers. We're not going to waste money on Guardians. And then Guardians was a completely different game that was way better, and no one bought that either. Sad, because the game was outstanding. When it hit Game Pass, all of a sudden, sales numbers shot up, but it doesn't really matter. They're not making a lot of money on the Game Pass downloads. You see? So, yeah, I don't know, man. It sucks. It's a sad situation. I don't like seeing the Marvel property get destroyed in gaming because Marvel is good, you know? I'm not saying that I like every Marvel movie. I do feel like there's superhero fatigue right now. There's too many Marvel movies that have come out. I haven't even seen one in years. I saw most of them up through Infinity Gauntlet and then Infinity War, and then I just stopped watching them. I just didn't care anymore. So I haven't seen any Marvel movies in like 2 years, you know? It is this thing about...
Am I being a dumbass, or I've never heard of Infinity Gauntlet? Yeah, Tony's the same mind to me. What the hell is Infinity Gauntlet? I'm so glad I'm not the only one that's confused about Infinity Gauntlet. I just thought it was some sort of Marvel reference I wasn't getting. I have never heard of Infinity Gauntlet in my goddamn life. Is it a comic name? Oh, so the last Marvel movie he watched was a comic. Oh, Jesus Christ. Aye. To be fair, I know, to be fair, that's what I'm saying. I do actually quite like the Marvel movies, to be fair myself. They're easy to watch, they're quite easy to fucking watch and consume. You don't have to pay a huge amount of fucking attention to it, and sometimes, generally speaking, there's usually good action sequences as well, and the stories and some of them are not bad. A couple of them fell very flat to me. But yeah, but also, that's just hit and miss, it's also subject to your opinion. But yeah, this... Marvel generally don't usually go wrong. A couple of them do go fucking flats, but yeah, it's still enjoyable enough, for fuck's sake. Infinity Gauntlet, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Could but it says the Gauntlet was a glove Thanos. Well, I'm aware of what the Gauntlet was, yeah. Fucking just, let's say, puts a gauntlet on, gets all the stones in it, snaps his finger, and then yeet, goes all fucking half alive. Yeah, I remember the gauntlets, yeah. But, Jesus Christ, man, yeah. Phil's got a lot of opinions to say about Marvel, and he fucking loves Marvel, but he'll not watch their fucking content anymore. Apparently. So, yeah. Hey, but it says not anymore, Jada woke crap. What was the movie I watched that I liked? That Shang-Chi Legend of the Ten Rings. I thought that was a very decent movie, to be fair. Even though by Marvel standards anyway. The Shang-Chi movie, Legend of the Ten Rings, that was a great fucking movie. But what's the other one? With all the fucking like superhuman people. Jesus, what was that fucking called? I can't remember what it was fucking called, but that was garbage. That fucking one was garbage, though. Shang-Chi, fucking solid movie. But that one with Eternals, that's what it is, Eternals, that was fucking... I couldn't watch Eternals again, man. I watched it once and it bored me to fucking death. So Eternals, big letdown, but Shang-Chi, solid. That's my take on the recent Marvel stuff anyway.
About fatigue, you know? So... That being said, man. Hold on, my nose itches. Thank you all for listening to me rant about Marvel games. But now, that is it for game news. It is now time for us to begin with shout-outs for your contributions. How does that sound? Let's start on the YouTube side. Oh, we don't have any. Nuts! There's nothing on the YouTube side. Instead...
I mean, join the club, Phil. That is what it is. Just get on with it. Don't make a big fucking deal about it.
Let's swap over.
Let's watch. Fuck off, Phil.
And let's do the tip side of things. Because we actually have some contributions there to shout out. Oops, my pad's freaking out. Here we go. Our first contribution of the day.
Here we go.
Is a $1 tip. Excuse me. From Gamer Guy. He says, Alabasta is the longest memory segment. Every other one in the game will be significantly shorter in comparison. That's why many reviewers have said the game has pacing issues. The 30-hour statement was fairly accurate unless you do side quests. Okay, well, Gamer Guy, thank you for clarifying that. I really appreciate that because I will agree. We've been in Alabasta too long, right? I feel like we've been in here like 10 hours is a long time. And I hope today, like I said, I hope we do wrap it up so we can go to a new area. I want to see the next area. Thing is, you know, I was a fan of One Piece, but I only, you know, watched it for a good season and a half, and that was it. I'm very excited to see where it goes. You know, what plot lines are they going to be covering? What cool enemies are we going to be seeing and reliving? In fact, don't we have party members that aren't in our party right now, like Frankie and who's the other guy? Mr. Brooks. They're not in our party. Will they join us later? If they do, that's kind of neat. But I guess the question is, if and when will they be doing that? Because we've been playing this Alabasta for so long, right? Anyway, okay, thank you for that clarification, Gamer Guy. Please accept my apology that I'm not putting you on the leaderboard, because immediately we have another tipper who came right after you. This tip was a $10.37 tip from an anonymous tipper. It says, I love your Mega Man background. Have a nice day. Well, thank you very much. I've implemented this 8-bit classic background ever since the beginning of this month. And I'm going to be refreshing this every month. Starting in February, there'll be a different background completely. It'll be very similar. It'll be similar 8-bit art, but I'm going to mix up this artwork. I'm actually going to have a different piece of art here and here. I got to set it up to look good, but I'm going to have 2 different pieces of art for the month of February. And then what I'm going to do between the months is I'm going to alternate, because I'll have 4 pieces of art to mix up. So some months I'll have this, some months I'll have this, some months I'll have the other 2, some months I'll have the variation and combination of the others. You see? So there you go. Yeah, pretty sweet. So thank you to the anonymous tipper for the $10 tip. Let's actually play your animation. Oops. Here we go. If it loads. And here is the Oblivion animation, which I absolutely love. Thank you very much for that. You know, once again, I don't think we've even seen the $10 Super Chat animation for Oblivion yet. We've seen this one. The tips.
Well, you don't need to fucking constantly remind your goddamn audience of this. Big fucking deal.
Animation a bunch. I don't think we've actually seen.
Imagine me fucking going to you guys, it's been a while since we've seen an animation, just letting you fucking fuck off. You'd fucking tell me to take a fucking hike.
The Super Chat animation yet. So if you do a $10 Super Chat, you'll see a new Oblivion animation, just so you know. Let's continue on. I received A $25 tip from
Jesus Christ, let me guess. Lisa Lou?
Lisa Lou.
Aye, how did I fucking know? How did I fucking guess? I'm going 1.25 speed. We've been on normal speed that whole entire time. But hey, that's another bingo. I'm just going to take it off now, but that's another bingo because that's $15+ in tips for the podcast, so at least some good came of it. Now, 1.25 speed for the rest of us to try and turbo through it.
Thank you very much, Lisa Lou. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for your support. I'm glad that you're here to chill, and thank you again. Very generous tip. Let's get you on the leaderboard. You're the biggest tipper of the day so far. And that gets up to $36 in tips. Thank you very much. Itchy nose. Awesome. And yeah, $36. Cool. All right. Continuing on. Audio Object has upped their membership for 9 months in a row. Thank you, Audio Object, for the 9 straight months of support here on DSP Gaming. Are you guys aware? We're getting very close to the 2-year anniversary mark of me returning to YouTube full time. It was actually, I want to say it was late April 2021, where I left Twitch and came back here full time. And I'm loving it. I am. I'm loving being here. Obviously, things have changed a lot since then. I've been having a great time, making content for all of you in a purely YouTube environment. So I hope you guys have been enjoying it as well. Shout out to End Times, who also just became a channel member for 14 months. Thank you so much for your 14 months of support. The Villain re-upped their membership for 20 months at the super supporter level, which is a higher level of support, and I appreciate that. Let's go. We need more Jasper Cam. Well, Jasper, as I said, will be available to join us both Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. All right, we'll see what happens with that. Obviously, it's his choice if he wants to come in here or not. But, yeah, he will be available starting tomorrow. By the way, if you're wondering why didn't I update my members total, those were all re-up memberships. So that didn't change our membership total. They're all the same. I can tell when there's a new member, it actually updates it in my stream stats. And so far, we're at 0 there. No new members, just renewing members. So it doesn't affect the total. What's the difference between standard and super? It's just the level. That's it. There's no new benefits between the two. I made that perfectly transparent. There's 3 levels of membership here on DSP Gaming. There's standard, super, and ultra. And I don't really have anything better to give you. Here's why.
That's incredible. The fact that he can fucking sit there with a straight fucking face and tell his audience, by the way, I'm not going to offer you anything for giving me more money than you fucking need to. I just want more fucking money from you fuckers. And then he's sitting there with a straight fucking face, just fucking saying this, I'm not giving you anything extra from a fucking normal member, normal fucking level of fucking membership. You become a super supporter, you get nothing extra, and just get more fucking money from your moronic ass. And he's sitting there with a straight face, as if it's the most normal fucking thing to do in the world. God fucking damn it, Phil. Yeah, exactly. It's YouTube's fault. Yeah, let's see him blame YouTube for it.
I would love to give you exclusive emotes. I would love to give you a special highlight in the chat. YouTube does none of that. Twitch does.
Yeah, right there. Prover's right. Prover called it. YouTube, take fucking blame.
YouTube doesn't. And I've been here for two full years, almost, and YouTube really hasn't implemented anything new for that. I don't know why. Because honestly, I don't see the incentive. Listen, if you want to support this channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate you becoming a higher level member. It helps a ton. But I'm not going to lie to you. No, there's no added benefit for being the higher level of member. YouTube never implemented anything. So I don't really know what I do.
You never implemented. No, it's not up to fucking. No, you never implemented anything. You. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Jesus fucking Christ. Every single pathetic little part of his fucking miserable life, he needs his goddamn handheld, even when it comes to fucking implementing higher levels of membership fucking goals and membership fucking benefits. It's up to YouTube to do that shit. Fuck off. Yeah, exactly. It's not YouTube's responsibility. Profit, you're right. It's just, I cannot. I just fucking can't handle this fucking shit, man. Let's just get through it.
Tell you get, because there's nothing I can really give you. You know what I mean? Hello, Juan David Ortega. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? All right, so at this point, guys, we got roughly 20 minutes left on the stream. Well, on the podcast, I should say. If you guys have any questions, any input on anything, if you'd like to ask me some questions, please toss them my way. I'm all ears on what you would like, like to talk about. All right, just tag me in the chat, and we will chat a little bit. Okay. CB666 says, stop taking away my dreams. Lie to people. Just lie. I refuse. Randy Digger says, Ruben Hulk Hogan to join Scientology. Would you change your view on him? No. I really don't have a good view on him now, so I don't really care what he does with his life. Literally says, can I translate?
Excuse the fuck out of me? he doesn't have a good view on him now? Why? What has Hulk Hogan done to fucking lose Phil's love? What is it that Hulk Hogan did that saw Phil say, you know what, I don't like you anymore? What? This is news to me. I thought, what? Hold on. Yeah, did Phil actually fucking watch Hulk Hogan make a sex tape with somebody? Well, I don't think he was meant to make it, but yeah. Hulk Hogan was shagging some woman, and Phil's like, oh no, he's not gay after all. I don't like this guy anymore. That's the only conclusion I can come to. No, that actually says that the racist stuff from a few years ago. Phil's all about that. Hell, that probably fucking made Phil love him even more. Hulk Hogan's a racist. Phil's like, yes, please. We're coming for you. Some guy named Steve says he's just mad they didn't release another Hogan in WWE Champions. It could very well be, it's Hulk Hogan's fault. He should put more pressure on the skill play.
When Jasper spoke, in a rough sense, I can figure out what Jasper's saying. I can't actually definitively transfer it, but I can tell if he's saying something positively or negatively, or, you know. It's based on his mannerism of how he mouths. Play Tower Fantasy, we did a whole segment yesterday on Arturo. What else do you want me to say about that? Mary...
I think I need to rewind that because he was talking about how he can understand his fucking cat.
Okay. CB666 says, stop taking away my dreams, lie to people, just lie.
Well, sorry, I went too far back.
Randy Disher says, it's rumored Hulk Hogan to start join Scientology. Would you change your view on him? No. I really don't have a good view on him now, so I don't really care what he does with his life.
Doubt it.
Linda Lee says, can I translate what Jasper spoke? In a rough sense, I can figure out what Jasper is saying. I can't actually definitively transfer it, but I can tell if he's saying something positively or negatively, or, you know.
That is such a weird fucking thing to say. You don't have a fucking clue what that goddamn cat's saying. Maybe the mannerisms, you can fucking get an idea of what they fucking want. Oh, they're kind of, it's usually at dinner time and they're fucking trying to get your attention, rubbing it on your leg and they're going towards a fucking dish. I wonder if the cat is hungry. That kind of shit. Jesus Christ. Actually, I have a random cat joke that Silent Weapons might be proud of. Hang on, I'm going to try it out on you guys. I accidentally took my cat's medication. Don't ask me how. Yeah, terrible joke.
It's based on his mannerism of how he mouths. Play Tower Fantasy, we did a whole segment yesterday on Arturo. What else do you want me to say about that? Mary Lady Arkham says, Crisis Core Reunion didn't win. Will you ever play it? It's possible. I own it. I literally have it on Switch. Like, there's no reason that I wouldn't eventually play it if people want it. Right now, we don't have time for it in the schedule, but maybe we do it eventually. Well, it depends on what people want. I guess we'll see. Do I like Legos? When I was a kid, I did. I haven't used them since then, so. Why 86 on my jerseys? Because 86 is lingo, at least it was at one point in the 1990s, that basically mean nixed, axed, done, ended, kaput, dead, killed. 86.
I had to fucking, I wasn't sure what he said at first there.
86 is lingo, at least it was at one point in the 1990s, that basically mean nixed.
And I swear to God, I thought he was being racist at that point. As soon as he said that, I was like, excuse me? Did he, but then nah. Nix, as in N-I-X, as in done. Yeah, okay, yeah, we get it, okay. Phil doing his absolute fucking best to try and make that fucking clear.
Axed, done, ended, kaput, dead, killed. 86, we killed it. So when I would wear 86, it'd be like, ha, I'm here to end all of you. I'm here to kill you, nix you, and beat you in a tournament. Because that's when I was actually wearing those jerseys, so I was wearing them to a tournament.
Yeah, it's restaurant lingo, isn't it? That's what I was thinking myself, because I've heard it used before in restaurants. You need to, like, you know, I'm pretty sure it's a term I've seen used on Hell's Kitchen, for example. It's like, you know, that you know, you need to 86 that order, as in send it back. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely, yeah, exactly. That's what I've heard it most of all. It's a 90s lingo thing. It's used in the fucking food industry, Phil. 86 the order, something wrong with, or whatever, yeah.
You see, that's why I picked the number 86. Would I ever do a knife-only round of Warzone? It's not possible. You need to find the knife. If you don't find the knife, you can't do a knife-only round of Warzone. So, no. You can't even do that. Did I play with Lincoln Logs? I did not own Lincoln Logs when I was a child. No. Do I regret stirring up drama in my early FGC days? It seems that's the current culture now. Well, let me put it this way. Back then in the FGC, there wasn't a lot going on. There wasn't a lot of professionalism because there was nothing to be professional about. It wasn't like business. There was no money to be won. There was no...
That is another bingo. Before we even continue Phil's random rant, that is one more bingo because Phil said business.
sponsorships, no partnerships. No one was able to stream or make $1 doing it. It was literally just bragging rights. And even then, it didn't even really matter. There was no big online community for it or anything like that. It was a different time. Let's put it that way. When the era of the internet hit and all of a sudden it was Street Fighter 4, everything became monetizable, the whole culture changed, okay? So the thing is, the way to make it more interesting was to have these rivalries. To have East Coast versus West Coast, or, oh my God, did you hear that the players from Texas are flying into New York City for this tournament, and now we can face them for the first time and see what that Texas tech is like? I'm serious. This is the kind of stuff that we had going on. And so we would actually, you know, have rivalries and talk shit and start drama, and we'd do it on purpose. At the end of the day, that's all it was. It was just stupid drama. It was meant to drum up interest in Street Fighter. It wasn't meant to start having people want to fight each other and cause physical problems or anything like that. In fact, very rarely ever in my experience, in my whole run as a competitive Street Fighter player in the late 90s all the way through 2007, you know, and then even, you know, later when Street Fighter 4 a little bit, I never really experienced anyone, you know, getting too much into trouble. There's a couple idiots who did fight once or twice, really stupid shit. But outside of that, it's very rare when anyone ever played hands on anyone or did anything dumb like that. It was drama for the love of the game and for the love of drama to hype up things, okay? At least that's how I saw it. But I will openly admit, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, I 100% regret some of the things that I said and did that were way over the top. I did say and do some threatening and dumb things because I was an idiot. I was young. I was immature. I was a stupid moron. And I should have never did some of the things like I said. I've actually...
You're in your fucking 20s, your early 20s and mid fucking 20s, Phil. You were not a child. You were not a teenager at the fucking time. You knew you're a fucking a full-grown adult with an oddly shaped head saying all these fucking things.
A couple people who I really directed my harassment towards online to the point where I know it gave them a lot of shit over the years. And I thought it was funny, but to them it was probably torture. And that's sad that I was too dumb and stupid to know that. Now I'm much older, and so I don't do that shit anymore. Now that I'm in a position where I realize that things that I say and do have repercussions, I'm not going to direct that ire towards people on the internet because I don't want people to be harassed. Like I get harassed on a daily basis by idiots, you see? So I was dumb and ignorant and stupid, and I done dumb things, and I do regret it, all right? I don't regret everything I ever said and did. There's a difference between, oh, I'm the best and I'm going to show you at the tournament and I'm hot shit, versus actually like talking shit and threatening someone and insulting someone personally. That's the difference, okay? And I did. I took it to that extreme in some cases, and that's bad. And I'm very, very sorry for that. You know, thing is, people who I really was like that towards, either at this point, that shit has been dropped and squashed a million years ago, or these people who would not give a fuck about me in 2023. So there's no point in me going out there, oh, I need to make a public apology to someone who I really was nasty to in 2002. They don't care, okay? Just like I wouldn't care. If someone came out to me today and was like, oh, I'm sorry I was a dick to you in the Street Fighter community. I don't care. You know, I'm a different person. I'm 40 years old. I don't give a shit. So, but yeah, I was stupid. Okay. Continuing on. I received...
Bad Luck says, wasn't there a clip of a player calling DSP an idiot in the Down the Rabbit Hole video, and Phil goated that person actually apologised for that, so that was all fake? That might be the Mike Watson thing. Like, there's like 3 different guys on this like panel, and like, they were talking about Phil essentially. Yeah, and like it was like I want to call. It's like guys, I want to call him out. It's like a DSP. It's like, he was a piece of shit, by the way. Oh shit, it was just fucking random fucking shit talk. Yeah, but nah. Phil holds grudges. Well, I'm not for 1 second believing Phil would never. You know, he holds grudges. He remembers things a lot. If somebody says anything about him who are remotely prominent in any capacity, then Phil will not let them fucking forget it. He will try and, if there's a chance for Phil to clap back in future, he will take that opportunity. He showed that with fucking, what's his fucking name? I can't even fucking mind the guy, Jesus Christ. I can't even mind, so it was some random fucking Twitter thing where the guy fucking made fun of Phil one fucking time, and Phil waited fucking years to clap back at him. Pro Jared, I said pro Jared.
A $4.20 tip from an anonymous tipper. Let's play the animation before I read this because they have a large thing to say here. So 420. Thank you for the 420 tip. Appreciate that very much. Okay. The Souls games have had the same basic gameplay since 2009's Demon's Souls. The combat's been boiled down to using iframe dodges when a boss attacks, so there's a window of opportunity when the player will attack. Do you think FromSoft can get away with this basic gameplay for another game, or do they have to change something eventually? That's why Sekiro is my favorite From game. It mixes things up. I think, that there's some people out there that are so hyper-focused on what FromSoft is from the Dark Souls franchise, that if they were to veer away from that they would be very upset. However, as long as they are continuing on with a franchise that plays like that, i.e., you know, Elden Ring now would be the franchise that took up the mantle of that, because now Dark Souls is done. They're not making another Bloodborne. Sekiro was a one-off, didn't do as well as they wanted. So now, Elden Ring, their biggest seller ever, David said, we can't understand why it sold so well, but we're pleased, right? That's their game to focus on, to be Dark Souls-esque. That doesn't mean they can't go on and do other games. In fact, I wish they would. I think they are making a new Armored Core, good, and I would hope that with the amount of money they're making, that they would pump out more games that are variety, because I think they're a very talented game studio. They don't have to only make FromSoft Soulsborne-style games. They can make others as well. I would love something different from them, instead of another Soulsborne, and another Soulsborne, and another Soulsborne, you know? Okay. Well, let me do a welding stream. No, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. I'm not a welder. Who was the most competitive person you played against in the Street Fighter tournaments? You mean like I would feel who was the highest level of competitive play? I would say the two people, the one person who always got my goat, the one person who I was never able to beat was Tokido. Everyone else I basically beat in tournament, but not Tokido. I could never beat Tokido, the Japanese player, and apparently he's still at the top of the rung. He's still at the top of the game. I never could beat him. That was number one. And the other one would be Damdai. At the very tail end of when I was ending my competitive run in Super Turbo, Damdai was at the top of his game, and he was crazy good. And to my knowledge, he's still at the top of his game today and is still dominating the whole community. So those would be my picks for top two. Yes, I've been in a school play. I've talked about it many times. Salo or 120 days. I have no idea what your name means. What are my thoughts on Jay Briscoe? I don't really have thoughts on Jay Briscoe. I don't know much about him. I never really watched Ring of Honor wrestling. I didn't follow his career. I only know of him mostly because John Rambo used to tell me about him. That he was a big top guy with his brother. There's a tag team in Ring of Honor. I saw him perform once ever. But we went to WrestleMania about 10 years ago now, was it? Was it 2013? So yeah, it's about 10 years ago, John and I went to WrestleMania, and while we were in New York City, we went to a Ring of Honor show that was there, and they performed, and they were great. I don't know anything about it. I can't comment. I don't know the situation, so. Did I win any events within the first 10 years of Street Fighter 2? What do you mean by that? Like the first 10 years it was out? I didn't start entering tournaments until the late 1990s. Street Fighter 2 originally came out, what, 92? 92. I didn't enter a tournament until like 1999, and when I did, Street Fighter 2 was already old and no one was really playing it competitively that well. Everyone was playing the Versus series. I mean, I started playing Super Turbo and tried to learn it in the early 2000s. It was always a side game at a tournament, so I would play it as a side game. I would try to play and learn it because I really liked it, but my major focus at that point was the Versus series, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I didn't get to be like a top player in Super Turbo until like the mid-2000s. And then it was about a 3-year run where I was at the top of my game and I was beating everyone, like everywhere I went. I was just going on strings of wins. I was beating the best of the best, the OGs, newcomers, everyone. I was beating every tournament I entered. I was pretty much winning. Of course, none of that will be talked about in the fighting game community. They just want to say all I ever did was place 4th place at EVO in a PS1 version, even though it was a 3-year run where I literally won every version I entered. That's including Arcade Super Turbo as well as many other versions. But that was way after the heyday of Street Fighter 2. Ventisiki, we talked about these tech companies dropping employees the other day, and it looks like there's a big, decline in the tech industry right now, because it's not just Microsoft, it's Amazon, it's Riot Games, it's who else that just dropped a bunch of employees? Google just laid off employees. Everyone in the tech sector just laid off a ton of employees all at once, one fell swoop. So it seems like the tech sector in general is on the decline. It could be, many factors involved in that, but it's sad to see it happen. But I'm certainly not an analyst who can tell you why. Do I think that online play made fighting games more popular or more niche? More popular, of course. When you're able to play people all over the globe online, as opposed to have to go to someone's house or an arcade to play, of course that makes them more popular. Like I said, it really was. Street Fighter 4 was the reinvigoration of the entire fighting game community. Up until Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter had effectively been dead for a long time. They had tried some revivals with various games like Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix that didn't really work. It wasn't until Street Fighter 4 that it got considered a mainstream game again. And, people who were pros played it. People who were just casual players played it. Like, it was just, that was when it hit the mainstream for the first time since, like, the 1990s. So, but, yeah, online play, of course. Of course. Do I think skill in the FGC has to do with talent or countless practice? It's a combination of both. There's people who have natural talent. That doesn't mean that they're going to be able to adapt to every situation. You see? You can adapt if you practice and you learn every matchup. Just because you have insane practice and you know all the combos doesn't mean you can adapt those to a competitive match. It takes both. It literally takes both sides. You're never going to find someone who barely plays a fighting game, but somehow is naturally talented and just wins every time they play. At the same time, you're not going to find someone who the only reason that they're good is because they just sat there and practiced endlessly. There has to be a combination of talent and practice, in my opinion. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Do I think IQ is related to...
Hold on, he's fallen asleep already on his fucking stream. What the fuck, man? The guy just woke up like 2 hours ago. And he's fallen asleep already on his stream. What the hell? Prophet says he just said he won everything for 3 years straight. Yeah. I mean, I'm really surprised when Phil contradicts himself all the goddamn time, non-stop, every single fucking day. Even every single fucking minute, he's contradicted himself from what I just said a previous minute. It never ends with him.
Being good at games depends on the game. A lot of... Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Do I think IQ is related to being good at games? Depends on the game. A lot of games are just hand-eye coordination and reaction time, while other games do have to do with planning and IQ. Sometimes it's a combination of both. I would argue there's probably people who are good at fighting games. That's not just about, it's not that they're big brain, it's that they actually legitimately have great reactions and can play a basic pattern and can just play it better than someone else. Then there could be someone who has a really high-level strategy that they're using that someone else couldn't even fathom, but the strategy works. You know, it's again, it's a combination. Yes, Jade, we have changed the Pac-Man Ghost. The Pac-Man Ghost is now doing a slow gradient change. As you can see, we talked about this at the very beginning of the show. Now it looks good, right? Look, dark blue. It goes through all these colors. Before, it was on this blinking mode that reacted to sound, but the reason I had it on that mode is because it would only stand out on camera, my old camera and old lighting with that mode. With this mode now, because I have a better camera, better lighting, the Ghost actually looks quite good going as a gradient between all of these colors. So I'm going to leave it on this setting from now on. I think people really like this more. Guitar Player's in a super chat. He says, come on, Phil, I know you want to pay $70 so you can replay The Last of Us Part 1, laughing out loud. Of course not. Of course I do not. I'm not going to do that. That's a complete ripoff. For me, anyway, I'm not going to be using any of the accessibility features of the game. I've already played the game multiple times. I don't see the reason to sink money into it again to play it again and play exactly the same game, which is... I'm really happy because some people were actually trying to convince me to play it. And I was like, nah, I'm going to wait and see. And it came out. It's literally exactly the same. They put zero effort into changing it. They didn't improve a damn thing. It's the same fucking game to a T. They lied to everyone claiming they were doing all these improvements. They didn't improve anything. I watched someone play the whole game. It's exactly the same. It's such a ripoff. Okay. I received a $2 tip from the Shin Black. He says, would you ever consider doing another one-off fighting game for a Friday Night Fights like you did with Fighters History? Have a blessed day. And pop your cock. Oh, God, remember that? Pop your cock. Here's the thing. Yeah, if there was one, but I don't know what I would do because, sadly, there aren't a lot of variety of fighters that come out these days, and the ones that come out usually never hit services like Game Pass or whatever. That was kind of a random thing that a random fighting game got added to the Switch service like that, and it was a retro game that I knew a little bit about. But sadly, they, you know, as you say, like I've seen, there's been like nothing added to Switch since then. I'm not even kidding. Like since Fighters History, didn't even add any games. So, if there were more, would I consider doing something like that? Yes, but there are none. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. Final Look says, what about Mortal Kombat 11 on Game Pass? I played that as a new release. I did the entire campaign. I did the crypt. I played online. I've been there, done that. You know, no reason to go back to an old game that I've already tackled. So, okay, guys, thank you. Great Level 1 podcast today. Lots of topics covered. I would definitely appreciate your opinions on shorts. Please let me know what you think about YouTube Shorts. How could I properly implement them better? I need that input to make this channel better. So if you could, please leave comments on this video. And outside of that, thanks. Great show. And until next time, you know, stay chill.
Fast forward, fast forward, fast forward.
Enough of that nonsense.
Yeah, it's just... Did Phil just snort there?
Okay. Enough of that nonsense.
Ah, it's clear. Okay, man, never mind. We're still playing Bingo, and it looks like we're not going to win Bingo, but we're one burp away from a free space. Plus, Phil might go on a wee piss break. He might say monetize you. You might see his phone. We don't know. There's a whole bunch could happen between now and Phil recording for gameplay. So have hope. Don't give up.
So, let's see here. My nose itches. Ah. Okay, it is time to jump into One Piece. How does that sound? Let's switch over here. Let's get set up. I will probably use the restroom very quickly before we start. But we're gonna jump right in. I really hope we can beat Alabasta today, man. I want to see the next part of the game. You know, I'm eager because again, I liked One Piece for the limited time that I followed it, but it was a limited time that I followed it, and I was like, oh, if this game's gonna relive memories of One Piece, I might like learn a lot about the different places they've been and the different challenges they've seen. And it's like, oh, you're 10 hours in, it's still Alabasta. In fact, we aren't, I think, 10 hours in, correct? We're 11 hours in, and we're still in Alabasta. So, I seriously hope that today we beat this part. It seems like we're about to arrive at Rain Dinners, the casino, and hopefully, you know, make some progress. So, guys, I'll be right back. I'm literally going to just use the restroom quick. I'm just going to mute the mic. I'll jump next door, use it. He'll be right back, and we'll resume. Thanks. Be right back.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to remove monetize you because if Phil has neglected to stop even saying that anymore. He doesn't bother to say, I'm not going to monetize you. He did it very briefly and did it for a few days straight, which is why it's on the card. But I think I'm going to remove that from notation, so monetize is just gone. Because he has literally stopped using that now to try and fucking explain to his deadheads he's not going to fucking monetize them. Jesus Christ, yeah, it was a very small phase indeed. So, that's not a good start. I'll just fast forward till Phil gets back. Come on, Phil, hurry up. Wow, he's really taking a while, but here is skulking back. Hold on. Actually, 2 seconds, let me rewind it first of all. Let's see if he grabbed his fucking phone. So I'm rewinding it right now.
So, resume. Be right back.
I can't even see his fucking phone. Well, you guys might as well fucking share full screen with you guys. I just want to see if I can see his phone so I can tick off phone stuff. I can't even fucking do that. And then he gets back eventually, but he kind of does this kind of weird thing where he skulks into fucking frame. See, he kind of hesitates there. Like he was on camera and he went back off camera. Very weirdly. Brad Bunning says there is only one chance for him to say it in a stream, so it is an easy game kill. That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
So, you guys are talking about Jasper talking, right? Man, was he talkative. I went out there, he was in the middle of the hallway, laying down on the rug, and he stands up and goes, meow. And then I used the bathroom, I went to see what Cat was doing, and he follows me and he's just talking. And I said, hey Jasper, he goes, meow. I said, are you here to say hello? And he goes, meow. He's having a conversation with me.
Just fucking cunt. Cunt. That's all. Fucking cunt. Phil's a cunt. Jesus Christ, man. It's like fucking, no, the cat doesn't fucking understand you. You're fucking making noise and responding to it by fucking meowing to you.
Like, we're going back and forth as if he's human. He's crazy. He's used to this now. Like, he likes talking about this stuff. It's really cool. I like having that verbal conversation with my cat. He will literally have a whole conversation with you back and forth. I don't know what he's saying, but it's very cute.
This is how fucking boring Phil's life is and how devoid of fucking social interaction he has now gotten. So there's nobody for him to talk to essentially other than Cat. And obviously she's not much fucking better. Cat probably has fucking as much fucking vocabulary as fucking Jasper at this fucking rate. Jesus Christ, man, Phil's like fucking deluding himself into fucking imagining full-blown conversations with his own goddamn pet cat because there's nobody else in his fucking miserable, pathetic, empty life to fucking discuss things with. That is a fucking sad state of affairs, Phil. That is very, very sad. Jesus fucking Christ, man. But hey, you know, Phil gets 100k a year, so it's all worth it. It's all worth having no fucking friends whatsoever to fucking share that with, I guess.
Okay. Well, let's get started here. Just to forewarn everyone, it sounds like it's raining and it sounds like it's windy outside. Let me take a quick look because my shade kept hitting the window. Let me just take a fast look before we start. Oh yeah, wow. Full rainstorm out there. Whew. Yeah, I got my blinds open. Or excuse me, I got my window open. My blinds are closed, but it is a full-on rainstorm out there. So that's what it is the air pressure is changing and it's going pook, pook. It's like pushing the blinds against the wall. So you hear some noise, like crashing noise, probably what it is. Okay, you guys ready to chill? You guys ready to chill in One Piece Odyssey? I hope so. Thanks for being here, everyone, and being a nice interactive audience. That was a great podcast, and I'm ready to have some fun JRPG gameplay with all of you here today. I know this is Jade's favorite game I'm playing right now. Rain on my enemy, rain on my enemy, rain on my enemy. Yes. There you go. Boot her up. Let's do it. Let's do it. Jay says, I'm ready to see Crocodile and I want to see the Luffy hat today. That would be nice. I've had the Luffy hat this week, but we've yet to see the Luffy hat on a One Piece stream. Perhaps today we will hit the $100 tips goal and see the Luffy hat. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Mike Smith, you cleaned out your ears. Good for you. Clean them out thoroughly. In fact, you know what? Do it a second time just to be safe. Okay. All right, are we ready? Darth Goldbach is excited. I'm glad. All right, let's continue, everyone. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen.
And Phil is now recording for YouTube. That is the end of it. Sadly, we're like, what, 6 away? 5 away. We're 5 away from Phil. It's 20 out of 25. We were 1 burp away and 5 snorts away from 3 spaces. Sadly, though, that's the end of bingo. Wasn't to be. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. Right, I'm not going to waste too much fucking time, guys. Phil didn't hit the fucking, you know... We couldn't get a full house because Phil was being Phil and didn't say disgusting. Phil had a real good chance to say disgusting. He had a massive fucking burp. Didn't say it. He talked about a couple of news stories. He didn't talk about good news whatsoever. If he got troll tips, he never even mentioned it. And I could even see his phone at any fucking point. And he obviously did use his phone at some point because he also had to use it for fucking checking tips, not shit, or even going through those fucking news stories. I'm tempting. It's not going to give us a bingo, but I'm pretty certain he did mess with his phone during that stream. So I think it's safe to tickets. So we're still, well, we're actually 5 away now. So I miscounted. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, exactly. So the phone stuff did happen. Okay, so fuck it. Anyway, let's go to live DSP and see how he's doing for money. He's not gained a single fucking penny. He just got fucking, you know, Luffy staring dead into the fucking camera with his fucking soulless eyes. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, I'm getting rid of that shit. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. That's a fucking thumbnail for future. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for some DSP Bingo. I do appreciate it. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday, how you wish to spend it. And I will probably be back tomorrow for some more DSP Bingo, but until then, I do hope you don't automatically play it. Every time it automatically fucking plays. I do hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday, how you wish to spend it. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for joining me, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for some more robust bingo action. Until then, have a good one, guys. I'll catch you all later. I'm going to end things how I always end things. Notorious PIG contributions made by the excellently talented Pixar Animations. So yeah, guys, I do hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone.